I don't know why I'm not saying okay, yeah. Now I can see myself. It's been long, like when it's long, you forget almost everything you're doing here. So finally, after how many months? Cosmo and Christina, I'm live. So both of you should shut up if you don't want to annoy me this evening. So hi guys. If you're here, say hello. Okay. If you're here, say hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? It's been like ages, eh? I can't remember the last time. The last time. That was summer, right? I stopped lives during summer time, if I'm not mistaken. It was during summer time. I'm trying to do something here, guys. Hold on. If you're here, please say hello. Say hello while I get this thing done. Hello. So let me stay here. Let me wait for you guys to come up. Let me wait for you guys to come up. So if you are here, please say hello. Say ciao. Hello or ciao. They are the same thing. So you can say whichever one you want. Okay. Just hola hola. Say hello. 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 I'm waiting. This is one thing that gets me tired with life because you stay in at the beginning, you keep talking, nobody responds. Wow, finalmente again, live streaming. See, finalmente, get on finalmente. I didn't know that you guys miss me a lot. Like a lot of people were inboxing me. When are you coming on live again? When are you starting live video again? I didn't know that a lot of people were enjoying the live stream. I really did not know. But it's good to know that you guys miss me. Cosmo and Christina, can you stop? Cosmo and Christina. It's good to know that you guys miss me here. Like I was talking to another friend of mine. Well, like when are you coming on live? I talked to one lady king or king lady. She said, "When are you coming on live?" Everybody was like, "When are you coming back live?" Like I didn't know that you guys miss me. I miss you guys a lot. Welcome back. Thank you so much, Perpetua. Thank you so much, Nne. Thank you so much. Honestly, I miss you guys. I miss you guys a lot. But sometimes, we just need, I just need a break. Everyone need break once in a while. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for joining. Hi, Victoria. Good evening, there. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much. I decided to my kids are making a hell lot of noise here. And let me do myself a favor and lock that door. Hold on a second. My kids are making a hell lot of noise out there. You guys should pardon me in case if you are hearing the noise because I don't know what is wrong with them. They were not making this noise until I say hello right here. So they want to make sure that their voice enters everything I'm doing. you know. So happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday, everyone. How are you guys doing? Like I miss you guys. I miss like Yoruba people say kilo day. I miss you guys like kilo day. I miss you guys a lot. It's just life happens. Actually, during summer, I stopped the live during summer because it was too hot. But you have already participated love stream, but we were waiting for your main live stream. Yeah, I came there to when she was having a bit of technical issues, so I had to join, and then I also joined her live. Actually, I was busy, so I was using my Bluetooth to listen to what she was saying, and yeah, it was just like I was lazy to come back again after summer because during summer the summer was too hot, the sun was too hot. So placing ring lights in front of my face and sitting down in a position for hours, yeah, like I was sweating, so it wasn't right for me. Happy Sunday to you too. Happy Sunday, gift. Ciao, Cara. Eat and talk with P. Ciao, girl. How are you doing? So I stopped the live stream then because I couldn't. Cristina, why turn gira tondo e vai da fratello subito. Sì, lo so. Gira e vai da fratello. Cristina, Cosimo, take your sister now, now, now. No, sorry guys. I'm going to lock this door with key, and it's going to be worse. So sorry guys, sorry about that. You have been busy as you said in some of it. Yes, I've been, trying to get used to new life routine with my life and everything. So at the beginning it was kind of tough, getting into my, it was a bit disturbing trying to arrange things, one thing or the other, and things we are not getting balanced. And I really wanted to get to the school. So my mind was messed up, and I couldn't come here, to shout as if everything was okay. But at the end of the day, thank God, everything is okay by the grace of God right now. Still trying to get used to the new routine, of the movement and everything. So welcome back there. Thank you so much. Please don't lock the door with kids. If they disturb me too much, I'm going to lock that door. I'm going to leave them there to play because these kids can disturb sometimes. They really know how to disturb. Uh, that is the reason why I told them that they are playing, but they are screaming and they need attention. Whenever I'm busy, that is when they need attention. But it's what it is. So I'm back, and another reason why I stopped, the live stream, it wasn't only because of the summer. The summer was the main reason why I stopped. I know I couldn't have stopped. I shouldn't have stopped. But another reason why I stopped was because I didn't want to come on live without a reason, without a good content that people will relate to. I didn't want to come to, just chat. I want a topic. Like I was talking to most of my friends that have asked me about the live stream. Why are you no longer coming live? Why did you stop the live? I didn't know that a lot of people love the live. I didn't know. So one of the reasons why I slacked a lot was because and the content, I didn't have content to to create. I just don't want something, all this chat, coming here to chat with you guys. I need a content that people will relate, that people will come on live here and talk about, that will help people, that will inspire people. I want this life to be a community where people come to air out their opinion, or people that are looking for something, come here and seek for public opinion on that. Okay. Especially, in fact, life in general, all over the world, especially Italy here, Italy, most people. So that was the reason why, guys, I stopped, because I didn't just want to come here and chat without having any good content or anything that people will relate to. But the summer was one of the main reason why, because the summer this year in Italy was super hot. Like it was super hot. So I couldn't stand the ring light. I hardly made it. I don't know. I can't remember how many. I can count how many videos I made during summer, like stand in front of ring lights. I can count them. It's just few. That is because the summer was just overwhelming this summer in Italy. So how are you guys doing? You guys should tell me, what were you up to? How was your summer? How is going back to school life dealing with you guys? How is everything? Get to know how it's going back to school dealing with you. As how is my Valentina? No wahala, my dear. It is important that you come back. Yes, I am back by the grace of God. I'm back. Okay. But I need content. I need a good content that will keep people, that people will relate with. I need that content. Okay. I really want that content. Yes, you were supposed to do an informative video with me via live, but I'm glad you are adjusting well and a new routine. Yes, sis, I am ready to do that video. Okay. If you want, I will. Okay. I'm available for that. I can do it. Okay. I have my classes from Monday till Thursday. Fridays I don't have class, so I'm free on Thursday. I use Thursday to fix the things, study and do other things. You know. I have from Friday to Sunday. You know, it's always a long weekend, but not just let's call it long weekend because there is no school, but there is other things to do. There are other things to do, family and everything. Ciao, cara mia. Ciao. Finalmente, I'm here. Never. Finalmente, I'm finally here. I'm finally here. How are you doing, Lady King TV? How are you doing? Come stai? Come stai? Come stai? Tutto bene? So, ho ricominciato di nuovo a scuola e Valentino sta bene. I started again at the school. Valentina is fine. Yes, you don't have to translate it because I'm actually okay because of the non-Italian people. Yes, that is good. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. It's good. I hope your holiday was okay. I hope you guys had fun in the South Italy. The only problem I had with the South Italy this year was this sun. It was very, very hot. Like it was irrespirable. Irrespirable. It was really, really hot. Uh, South Italy this year. I hope next year will be better. That was the only problem I had with this summer in the South Italy, but every other thing was okay. It was fine. It's good to relax, to take a break, and explore places. In fact, most of the places we wanted to go, we couldn't because the summer was super, super hot. Going out is not just something you want to do. Translation is for other, not for you. I know you you are not professional in the last week. Who is that? No way. No way. I am not that. The only thing that I understand, but I am not yet the speaker because I'm not yet, that I'm not yet Italian professional speaker. No, I am not there yet. I'm still learning. Christina, it's not my problem. I am not the one that do that. Yeah, meet your brother. Your brother will help you. Okay, he's the one that did that. So meet him to ask me to help you. Thank you. So, how is life, Lady King? How are you? How are you there? How are you doing? Let's talk. So today, you guys saw my last updates about my getting my passport and everything. Get down this country. Sometimes they can have a lot of bureaucracy. Hi, host. Good evening. Good to have you back. Thank you so much, Unique. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Unique Lady P. Thank you so much. Good to have you here too. I have a good news. My wife also will start school next week. Aguri! I'm happy to hear this. I am so happy to hear this. I'm happy to hear this. That is wonderful. Oh, wow, that is it's a good news. It's good news. Just tell her to keep pushing. It's not easy because there are a lot of challenges that when you are going back to school to study the language you don't understand. You're not, non-mother tongue language is kind of challenging, but she can do it. So I'm happy that she's going back to school. I am so happy that she's taking this bold step. I'm happy for that. Congrats, Gaetano. Congratulations. That is amazing. Like really amazing. So what's up? What is going on? You guys should tell me. Let's gist a little. Let's these kids, my children, but as you said in one of your blog, no family, no help, and I will be the one taking care of Valentina when she's away. Yes, that is true, and that is what my husband is doing. I didn't know that my husband can do this job. Taking care of the kids alone. Like you're even lucky that it's only one at the moment. If you imagine two, like my two kids are like they're like five kids that put in a room. They are so active, like super active. So it's a sacrifice you do for a while. It's not something you do every day, and it's for a good cause. So I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy that you let her take this step. I'm so happy for the support you're giving to her. Congrats, and don't worry, you can do it. Valentina, for what I can see, Valentina is a cool girl. She's calm. She's not like my Cree. So you can do it. Trust me, you can do it. You can take care of her. It's what my mom told that He started last year, when I went to Visions of Media, he was the one taking care of the kids. And now I started this new school, and he's the one taking care of them as well. So it's what it is when life, we have to be strong when in some certain things. That is what I would say. We have to do it, be our brothers or our wife keeper, to empower each other is really, really good. It's good. In fact, my family is far. We have to do everything by ourselves. You guys, we are in the same situation, like we are in the same room. Families are far. Sometimes you will feel like calling a family member to help you do something, and they are far. You don't know what you want to do. Sometimes I understand some women that, some family that the ladies end up giving up their life, giving up their career or everything. I understand them, but I'm here to encourage, if you can, agree with your partner to help you out to get that, because going to school is not something you do for 10 years. It's not something you do for, it can, yes, let's say maximum 5 years, but it's doable. For me, it's doable. So don't use it as an excuse to throw away your life and say you're not going to do this, you're not going back to school to learn something. There's always things to learn every day. So, and the more the kids are growing, the more the whole weight are easing. So it's better you do them when you can, before it's too late. So everybody is growing. We are becoming old. In fact, my family when becoming a soul, don't wait. Don't say, let me wait. If you can, just go for whatever you want to do. Okay, don't say, let me wait for this my child to be this or to be that before I can start my life. No, if it's something that will benefit you, benefit your child, your family tomorrow, I would advise you just go for it and get that done. Take the stone, take the stress. It's just for a couple of years, and you are done. It's a sacrifice we make, for life improvement. It's not always easy. Like this proverb that said that nothing good comes easy. You have to fight, you have to sacrifice, you have to work for it. So I'm proud of you, and I'm so proud of you for doing that. Thank you. Thumbs up for that. You did well. She will, both of you will enjoy it later. Both of you will enjoy it later. So what else is going on, guys? What else is going on? So on my previous video that I asked, I mean the last video I uploaded about my passport, I think I haven't replied that message yet, but I knew someone asked me if I'm trying to look for it. Someone asked me a question, and that question the person asked me was one of the questions I've already talked about here. I remember the life I had that Janet Anuku was here. Anuku was here. So she was talking about it. The person asked, I'm trying to look for the comment. Please, how did the process apply the Italian passport after having Carta the Sojourner, Asilo Politico? Okay, I think that was the one. Hey Martin, hey sis, come stai, how are you doing? So I think I've had a video. We've made a video about that comment. Someone asking how to apply for Italian citizen. People that are seeking for that seek for asylum here in Italy. I think it's the one that you have to stay for 10 years. Staying for 10 years is not about you being a resident for 10 years only. You have to work for that minimum 10 years. You have to work, you have to pay tax, you have to show that you've been working and you've been a good citizen, you don't have any criminal record. I think so. I don't know, I'm not sure about that, but I think that might be included in the whole stuff. So if you're watching this video, or maybe you click on this video later, just know that the Italian citizen, you have to be here for 10 years, resident 10 years in Italy, working, you must work. And before you apply, you must provide your tax, your tax information, your residence. They have to check everything. That is when you will have your Italian citizenship. Okay, so I'm good, and you? I'm good though. I'm very good. I'm good, thank you. It's just the weather. The weather just the just a dull weather, but we can do away with it now. What the person go do? It's a typical autumn weather, no sun, it's just gray everywhere. Fresh, no sun is what it is. So but anyhow, I am good, my sister. You, how are you doing? How are the kids? I hope everyone is fine. So, Lady King is all about sacrifice and determination. Yes, my sister, it's about sacrifice and determination in this life. Because if you want to skip that sacrifice, that particular, that section sacrifice, you can never achieve anything in this life. Because if you talk to people that have achieved things in life, those people that we look up to, those people that inspires us to go for our dream, they will tell you that they've sacrificed so much to be where they are today. And if they did not sacrifice, they would have been at the bottom. So sacrifice and determination is the success, determination. That is what I would say. So guys, so you guys should update me. What is going on? What is happening in your area? What is happening? Let's gist. What is happening? Okay. So well, congratulations, dear. Martina is going to nursing school. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to announce that here or I'm going to. We are going to have a nurse in the house soon. Ne, I hope because I'm really excited for you. I'm really, really excited for you for this whole program. I'm really, really excited for you. So this kids will not let me. So what is happening? Today is even election. Today and tomorrow is even election in my city, but I haven't gone to vote for anybody because I don't know any of the mayor. I don't know who to vote for. So I'm just sitting down here. I don't want to vote for the wrong person. But I think maybe tomorrow I will just go to vote for do tumbum to look so wala money. Maybe tomorrow I'll go to do tumbum and vote for someone my spirit asked me to vote for tomorrow. They have mayor election in Lombardia, so it's going on right now. Dalu so much. Ciao, Stella. Ciao. Ciao, ciao. Thank you for joining me here. So, guys, on a serious note, I want to beg you people, you guys are my family, you guys are my friend, I love you guys. So I'm here now, this live first Sunday of October. I want to beg because like I said at the beginning of this live that most of you are not here, I want a content, something that people can relate, something that people can come up here and share ideas how to help people, or if you're facing any issue or you have something that you want to share that will help others. I'm not talking about only people that live in Italy. You can live anywhere you come from. You're not you don't have to be a Nigerian. Anywhere any nationality goes. Okay, so I want you people to help me with the content that I will come up here. People will come up here to share their ideas, to help and to support. Where two or three are gathered is in the Bible. God is there in our midst. So I can't do this life alone. I don't want to come here and just chat with you guys. I want to come here with a content that I will invite every one of you up here to, if somebody is looking for a help, you come up here and, you explain to the person what that person is looking for. If you have any idea or you've gone through that, the person, something that people can relate, because I don't want to keep this life going just to chat or chat, because it's good to come up to chat with you guys, but I want this life to be a life where people come to, learn some things, or they come here to share their experience, their life experience that they won't want another person to face. So this is what my life is all about. I don't want to change that. So I can't get all the content on my head because people live different lives. Maybe you experience living in Italy, maybe you experience living in another country, maybe you experience living even in Nigeria, or maybe you experience living in any African country, Africa or Europe, and you experience living anywhere that you wouldn't want another person to make that mistake with documents or with anything, with everything, okay, anything that people will impart, anything that people will benefit from is what I want. Please, I want you guys to help me with this content, okay? Please, you know, This is why I'm using this stream live where people can come and share their experience with you people. It's not just me. Everyone will come up here. If you want to come up here, you can come up here to share your experience, to talk about your life, your experience, to advise others to avoid a certain mistake in life, or when it comes, especially people that live in diaspora. Okay, when it comes to that, people, you share your mistake, maybe your first years, the mistakes you made during your first years in Italy and all that. So please, I want you guys to help me. You can use my email that is in about, or you can even DM me on my Instagram. You can give me the story. If you don't want to come up here, you can write the story for me, and I will share the story, and invite people to air out their opinion, to advise you, to give you advice on what to do, or you're facing problems that you are seeking for advice. I want this life to be that. I don't want this life to be all about me chatting with you guys. Okay. Shausala, we are absolutely behind you. We will also go on topic hunts. Yeah, please, let's join our hand. It's not just me, it's something that I want people to come. I want, when people come up here, I want them to, be able to air their opinion, be able to advise people. I want it to be live that people are looking forward to, joining, because there is something, there is one or two things that they will learn from that live. Sharing experience and giving advice is something that will impact others. Okay, so I know a lot of people don't do this on YouTube, but I just want my life to be that, where you come and you seek for advice. It can be, if you don't want your name to be called, you can even off your camera, or if you don't want to be up here, you can send me email, or you can send me message on my DM and say, do not mention my name, that you just want people's opinion or advice on something. So please, I need you guys to help me with content, with topics about on this live. Nne Kedu, Nne Janet, and the love. Thank you so much, Umundam, for joining me. You are glowing, Tessy. Which glowing? Biko hamaka. Onye mgbalo igbale ewa iwoge eba ibadata igbage enu badata na-eme. Because you go, thank God, oh, thank you so much for that. So another thing I actually wanted to talk about, this is why I put slash Italian citizen. I've already talked about, how to get you have to become Italian citizen at the beginning of the video. I also have a video of that live chat with Janet. I think Janet, if I'm not wrong, there was a time you were on live that we talked about how you got your Italian citizen, right? So I've already talked about that. So another thing I actually want to talk about, and I want to hear people's opinion. This life was supposed to be one of the life that was, I was supposed to do during summer, but this hotness wouldn't let me put ring light on my face. So what that is about is still about Italian citizenship. Okay, so there is this trade I was seeing, everybody was complaining. Of course, I like the guy. If you guys know this guy that went viral on TikTok, that is most followed, a Senegal Italian, is a Senegal. He was born in Senegal, but he came in. The mother brought him here when he was still little. He went viral. He's a hi Crystal, hi. He went viral on TikTok, and now he's one of the most followed Italian followed on Instagram. Okay, I don't. The guy is popular now, so you guys know he's Senegal. The guy that doesn't talk on TikTok, he doesn't say a word. He's. I just love the way he does his TikTok. This shows that when God remembers you, forget it. God don't remember nothing else. I'm doing great. So there was a time everybody was sharing it. Yeah, TikTok. He's on TikTok. What is that his name? Everybody knows him. Yes, exactly. Kabi. Yes, Kabi. Yes, that is him. That is the guy. Yes, exactly. So there was a time everybody was complaining. A lot of people were making videos, like basically Americans, because most of the videos are in English. So they were making video to push Italian government to give that he's not. He's been living in Italy for over 20 years, if I'm not mistaken. And he's not a citizen yet. The Italian government has to change their rules. A lot of TikTok came out there. A lot of people were airing their opinion. Then a lot of people were saying, "Okay, it's democracy. You are free to say whatever you want to say." So I actually love the guy. Okay, he's my black brother. He's Senegal. Okay, But I love everybody. All right. So that got to me. Of course, I'm rooting for him. Okay, and I'm so happy that he lost his job during this pandemic, when the pandemic started, as a factory worker, and here is he right now. Here is one of the biggest influencer in Italy. Is that not God? That is God. But these people were, especially the most, because the ones I saw, the videos I saw was American, because that was American accent. So saying that, why wouldn't he be a citizen? Yeah, and he's been living in Italy for over 20 years, something like that. So they were angry, lashing on Italian government. Trust me, like I always say, here I air out my own opinion about my own Nigerian government and Italian government without badging anybody, but my own opinion. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, okay? So that got to me. Someone that shared it was close to me, okay, on Instagram. So she shared that story on the one of the videos on her. The Italian history is far different from Italian government. Exactly, but it's not Italian history. It was the law. They were talking about the law about citizenship, okay? So I was like, that got to me because that wasn't the first video I saw about this guy. So I was like, no, our African parents need to think again. We are very easy to blame Italian government, because I see people blaming Italian government. I'm not saying Italian governments are perfect. They are not perfect. They are even far to be perfect. But when we see the truth, it's good for us to say the truth and say it as it is. Whether it's your brother that committed a crime today, if that your brother did something wrong, you have to tell your brother or your sister that what you did is wrong, okay? Than hiding behind the truth and sugarcoating everything for everybody to like you, or just trying to make a video for people to attract people's attention. Let me get a comment. When you study about the Roman Empire, you will begin to understand why it is this way. Greetings, all watching from Capri Island, Italy. Oh, Esther, greetings. Thank you so much for joining me. So back to that. So I got angry because the video was all over the place. I was like, I told this girl, but this is not Italian government's fault. This is not Italian government, the law. I know that the bureaucracy is much in Italy, but in this case of citizenship, it's not Italian government's fault. Because first, before the parents of that boy and other African parents move their children from their country to Italy, they already know the law. They know that for your child to become a citizen in Italy, you as a parent has to be a citizen. You know that you have to work at least 10 years and show your tax payment. This is why it's not good to work narrow, no matter how much tax you're not paying. If you have a child, just do the sacrifice for your own children. But a lot of Africans refuse to listen to that. A lot of them do not accept the fact that they have to work and pay tax for the benefits of their children, because a lot of them still want to go back to their original country. I know it's not all bed of roses. Trust me, I'm married to Italian, but if me going out alone out there, I know the hustling, my brothers and sisters. As a black, I know the hustling. I'm not saying that it all is all bed of roses. Some these days I just tell my husband, sit down at home, let me do this thing myself, let me get my story, let me experience what it takes to be black in Italy. I want to experience it. I want to be able to tell my own story by myself. And it's scary, but I have to do it. I have to be able to relate with other of my black brothers and sisters. So back to the Italian citizen stuff. So a lot of videos were going around. I was like, these people, you want Italian government to change a law because of this boy. I'm happy that the boy went viral. In fact, almost he's everywhere. A lot of companies are giving him contracts as an influencer, even as he's not Italian. So why are they opposing Italian government to give him a Italian citizen, knowing the parents already knew the law before they moved to Italy? Why wouldn't it, like, why would the parents sit down, no work, nothing to show? You didn't work to be a citizen before you give the child to give the child the life the child deserves. And now people are seeing Italian government and Italian law as one of the most horrible things, as if You didn't know about this law before coming into the country. So that makes me really angry. So I don't know how much epic I wrote to this. I know she wasn't the one that made the video, but I had to, bust out. I was like, no, people should stop judging the Italian government. There are things we judge Italian government that will say, yes, this, yes, we judge them on this. Yes, the bureaucracy is much on this aspect. But when it comes to citizenship, black people should, black people should rise up and obey the common law in Italy, because you've already known from your country that this is the law in a country where you're coming in, and you still come in here, you refuse to work, and you have children, or maybe you got married when you are in Italy here. You know that as an immigrant that is seeking asylum here in Italy, you have to work at least 10 years. That is their law. Their law is not American law. Their law is not it's not British or Canadian or Australian law. You know that this people has a law in their country. You came in here, it's of you to work for the benefits of your children. You choose to be narrow. You choose to continue doing the work that you don't pay tax, the work that is not registered, without thinking the future of your children. Maybe at the end of the day, when you are old, you go back to your country, and those children will not want to follow you to their to your own country, because they see this place. This is the country where they were, where they brought them up, where they grow, where they know people, where they know everything. But you choose to, I'm not saying Africa is bad to take your children to, but you want to take them back to Africa where they don't know anyone, they don't know anything in Africa. And when the children refuse, the children have to start all over again, something that you will have done for your children. So my brothers and sisters here, before I read comment, who is wrong in this aspect? Because for my own opinion, your first year in Italy, you must have known the law about the citizenship. So a lot of our African fathers, mothers know about this law. They still give birth to their children, but they still refuse to work legally, register, pay tax, for them to be able to meet up that 10 years that if they give them to stay to become a citizen, for their children to be able to be, automatically citizens. So in this case, I'm just asking, because me, the day I saw all of that, all the TikTok videos I saw, I was angry. This is something that happened months ago, if you're wondering. I was really, really upset, but I couldn't make the video because of summer, because I wanted to take the whole summer off. So if you think you have anything, I can share the link here. You come up here, you share your own opinion, because for me, is I'm trying to see if I can share the link. Invite. For me, is something that for me is unacceptable, and our people should stop judging Italian governments like that, because they already know the law. Like Nigeria, my husband is not living in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian, born and brought up in Nigeria. My husband is not allowed to have Nigerian citizen, even as I'm in Nigeria. My child is allowed to have, but the law says that my husband cannot have a Nigerian citizen unless my husband live a certain year in Nigeria. My husband, as in Nigeria, I'm in Nigeria, born and brought, but my husband cannot. I can't take my husband to Nigerian embassy in Rome, and they issue my husband a Italian citizen. No, he can't get that. For me, I understand that every country has their law. So let's leave the whole of skin thing alone and learn to obey. For me, my own opinion, I think we should learn to obey laws for our own favor, even if it's not for your own favor and you're having children. Know that whatever you're doing now, your children are going to repeat tomorrow. So if you think the Italian governments are wrong in this, you tell me. I leave the link there. You guys should, click on the link, join me, and air out your own opinion. If I'm exaggerating, I don't know, but this is what I feel like. Okay, just come up here and talk about, talk about how you feel. If our people, not only Nigeria, our black communities that come in here are right or wrong. Because when I went to my other school, the school that was going that I ended this summer, I have a Peru lady. She's a Peru. She's been working as a cleaner in this country, and she's become Italian citizen. She left her children in Peru, guys. But she came in here alone. She worked and worked and worked, and when it was time to become Italian citizen, she took Italian citizen, and all her children. She went back to Peru and picked all her children, and all her kids that were under 18. They are all Italian citizens today. They are all Italian citizens, including the son that was in the same class with the mother and I and other students. They are all Italian citizens because she did it not only for her. She left them in Peru. She come in here. She worked. She paid tax. At the end of the day, she becomes citizen. She went back and pick her kids and give them the citizen. So why is it too hard for our own black brothers and sisters to do the same thing for the sake of their children? Or I don't know. You guys should just tell me if you think Italian governments are right and our communities are wrong, or our communities are wrong and Italian governments are right, because it's confusing, you know. Let me get your chat, guys. I have to go back. My own is, if you are uncomfortable here in Italy, it carry you your Ghana must go back and go back to Nigeria. No, dear, Italians are not doing it right on that level. Okay, I need you to click on the link and let me know. Device not connected. Why? Martina, you're trying to come up here, Martina. So your device is, I don't know why it's not connected. So go out again and come, because it's saying device is not connected. Okay. Um I very funny. You say you want to experience. I'm trying to catch up. Seriously, many Africans are not aware of what is happening in Italy. Citizenship law is old, to 1992, a period where in Italy immigrants were few. Now situation has changed a lot, and it will still change. The law has to renew and adapt to nowadays. Exactly, the law has to renew, but it's not something that they have to force. Martina, I think you need to go out and come in again. Okay, the law, of course, like when I was talking to the girl, I said it's something that has to happen. Va bene. When I was talking to that guy, I said it's something that the law will definitely change as we progress. Before, Italians was closed to immigrants, black and everything. You don't have opportunities if you are not Italian. But a lot of things is changing right now. So, but it's not something that is because of one person they will automatically under 24 hours and change the law, because he become famous on TikTok, which I am so happy for him, because it's a breakthrough that every one of us pray for. We pray for this breakthrough every day, you know, to get it, to have a breakthrough in our life. So I'm so happy for the boy. And I told the girl that the law will definitely change, but it's not something that you can just force and everybody will be a judgmental overnight over Italian law. It can't just change a law. People has to come together and agree to change this law. It's not something that happened overnight. It's not a law that you close your eyes and you change. It's a law of a country that people has to come together and agree to change it. And I have seen a lot of Italian that is campaigning for the law to change. So criticizing them. Meanwhile, our old parents, the old Africans that were, moved to Italy, already know about this law, and they refuse to do something about it for the benefit of their own children. This is what I'm against. I'm not saying they shouldn't change the law. Of course, the law has to be changed at the appropriate time. The law has, because the law is a bit strong. It has to change, but it's not something that you want to change because of one person. Savini one person cannot just go into Italian parliament and change the law. Even Gradius is the prime minister. He can't change the law alone. It's something they have to come together and change. But in my own case, I'm just talking about the parents, that the men, our black brothers and sisters, that knew this law before moving into this country. You know that this is how to, help your child settle in this country, but they never do something about it. They never care to do something about it. They leave their child like that, without anything, without any setup, without any balance, without any it's just something that is heartbreaking. um I'm trying to change. It has to change, of course. I mean, support that the law has. People complain because Italians are claiming the boy, saying that he is Italian, why he is not. No, the boy is there. The boy tagged himself as Italian Senegal, and the boy tells his story. The boy tells his story. The boy is a Senegal. He came in here when he was, I think, less than 1 year or thereabout. Of course, he's been living here for years. If you are living here, I've seen a lot of our Nigerians that are living here for years. They claim Italian. They can call themselves Italian. They can, because this is where they grow up. He's not saying that he's. I don't know how to put this, But this is a lot of people. If you go on the internet, a lot of people air their opinion. But the opinion of people you need to listen is the real people, and not what people are saying. Of course, any Italian person, I'm a citizen now. They can come and tell me, go. I've seen a lot of comments. I'm an Italian citizen, but they'll come on my comment and say, go back to your country. So it's different. I'm talking about the real law, not only on this boy. I'm talking about the law in general. What the mothers and the fathers, our black brothers and sisters that are living in Italy for years, knowing that this law says this, and you refuse to do something about it for your own child. This is what I'm talking, not only about this boy here. I'm talking in general. They know that the law says you have to work for 10 years for you to be able to be Italian citizen. And they've been here for more than 10 years and they do nothing about it, and they have children. This is what I'm talking about, not because people complain about because Italians are claiming the boy, saying that he is an Italian. Why? Blah, blah. That's the boy thing is just example. It's just something that triggered this topic. But I'm not talking about only that boy. I'm talking about our brothers and sisters, our black brothers and sisters that has families here that could have helped their children here or in Africa. That is the one I'm talking about, not only about this boy here. Quite sad without even thinking of pension too. That is the thing. That is the thing. Without thinking of pension, that is the thing. Like the other day, I was talking to my husband. I was like, if Italy is like American, the UK, the Canada, Australia, where you have to work to be able to have access to, to medical doctors, to have access to personal doctors. I think most of these things wouldn't have been happening because in America, everybody hustles. If in America, I've seen a lot of even celebrities that from Nigeria that moved to America, they come to there to talk about it, that if you don't work, if you go to the hospital, you will be there on the queue. Nobody will talk to you if you don't have insurance. And the same thing happened, not only that, even in Europe here, Holland, Belgium, you have to have insurance. Of course, they have public doctors that attend to you if you don't have a good insurance, but you have to stay on the queue. If you cannot survive till you reach your turn, reach, you can, whatever that happens, it's not their problem because that is their law. But in Italy here, whether you're working or you're not working, you have access to personal doctors. You have access to family doctors. Is this the reason why our people are doing what they are doing? Because it's kind of sad, In the UK, everybody hustles. Every of our people. When I talk to my people, Nigerians that lives in the UK, in America, Canada, and Australia, even in Belgium, Holland, about the way I'm not general, some of our people are doing here. They feel sorry. They were like, what? Nigerians are known, or Africans are known to be a hustler. Let me talk about Nigerian because that is where I come from. We are hustlers. But you come here, you relax. Most of them, the only thing they ask for, what benefit is coming out this month? What benefit is coming out the other month? You even refuse to learn the basic language of the country where you are in. You don't even care about anything about the country you are in. You are just there because, of course, when you are sick, you go to Mother, can you give him for Freda, please? When you are sick, you have a doctor that attends to you. Go, Papa will come and give you water. When you need medical attention, there is doctor there to attend to you. You have courts to open for you to do everything you want to do. So I don't know why Martina, I don't know why your device is disconnected. Device not connected. I don't know why he's saying that, Martin. I can see that you want to come up here, but it's not showing. So this is one of the reasons why our people that live outside of Italy, in other part of European country, they hustle because they know that they won't have access to the things if they don't hustle, if they don't have that thing called that paper called insurance. I've seen a case where someone I know, I'm not going to call them, someone I know. Let me use her as an example. She lives in the States. She couldn't have access to doctor when she was pregnant at the early stage of doctor. They can't even do the first ultrasound or register for antenatal because maybe there was some miscommunication. There was some things that happened to their insurance. They couldn't. They had to wait until the husband get the insurance back before she could register for antenatal. It's as worse as it is. But in Italy, you're pregnant. You have access to personal doctors. You have access to the general hospital. Is that the reason why our people are not in some? I'm not saying all. Some of our people are not, are just sitting down at home, claiming Italians. I know Italy has been so hard to our people in the past. I've been hearing so many stories, but you don't want to use the old stories to judge the new Italian. A lot of things are changing. The new generation of Italians are changing. Trust me, they are changing every day, every blessed day. So I see no reason why people will come here and sit down and do nothing. And especially something that will benefit your own child, your generation. If they have to stay here, even if when they got Italian citizen, they don't want to live in Italy, they can actually use it to move to another country. As an Italian citizen, it can be a door opener for them, opportunities for them. So let me get some comments. Some people are here for a decade and haven't contributed in any way to upgrade the country, and yet they think that they have rights to everything. Exactly, this is my point here. This is my point here, which is very, very sad, Janet. It's very sad. This is why I say the immigrant need to get educated. They need to get educated, but how many of them are willing? No, Lady King, how many of them are actually willing? How many of them are willing? Because of course there are people that are, because the ones that are actually willing, like I said, in my the one of Nigerian girls in my class, she came in as an immigrant, if I understood very well. She went to the first grade of school because they still send them to school in the camp. Then she immigrated to this school, and now she's going to another school, social sanitary school. She helped herself, but it's not everybody that are really willing to do this. It's not everybody. This is why it's sad. It's sad because they can actually go to school with those documents, humanitarian documents they gave them. They can actually go to school with them, but they refuse. I have another guy that was in my class too. He's a Nigerian, and he attended class twice in this whole time. He attended class just twice. Twice he attended class. Twice. So he cannot force them. Even the teachers will say, we are trying to get them, but he cannot force them to be educated if they don't want to be. Most of them say, I'm not here to learn Italian language. I'm here to make money. So how can the Italian government force them to school if them themselves as an individual don't want to get educated? That is the thing. That is the thing. Sometimes it's not a parent's fault because the law does not allow them to rebuild their residence all across the 10 years spent till the request, because many cannot prove where they live in the past. But I think we talked about this resident thing when Janet was in. We talked about it, that Martin was talking about how to rebuild. One of my live video, we discussed about the resident because it can actually change cities. You only need to communicate the residents, according to Martin, because Janet was talking about that too. So Martin came in on that live to correct about the residency. So the residency does not affect. You can change residence as long as you're still living in Italy and you're still working. You can still change residence and still count it into that 10 years you're living. Because we've talked about this resident thing here. So it's possible. It cannot, they don't cancel it when you change residence. You are free to change residence as long as you do it in the right way. Because we've talked about that in one of my live chats here. Because many people before used to rent house without contract. So that is, I don't know. Also, sis, is the mindset and the group they hang around with. We are not motivating, so they perceive that was the best way. What can I say? Some of them focus on so much on bonus. Exactly. It's sad. You will see mothers sitting down at home. Look, like I said in one of my live chat, education is, I'm one of those people that can hustle for business. Of course, I love education. Going to school when I was young, but life happens, things change. But this time, I love going to school. It's learning, educating, upgrading is one of the most important. But a lot of mothers will come here when their husband brought them from Africa. They promote them. Just sit down at home, cook for me, take care of the children. You just relax, thinking that ah, let me leave it there. But it's not good to wait only on bonus. My brothers and my sister, especially my sisters, African sisters living in Italy, because a lot of these other countries, Cameroon, Senegal, Cotonou, all these countries, they come in here, even their wife goes to school. Even the Muslims, their wife also come here. They put their wives in the school. Their wife still goes to school here. Trust me, guys. I talk to the teachers. They said it's only Africans that don't like the African mothers that don't like coming to school. Why? Why? I know it's scary to go back to school. It's scary to learn language. Trust me, it's scary at first for me. It's very, very scary. Like I was panicking. I was panicking to go back to the school, knowing that I'm going to study in it. I panicked, guys. Even some this school I am right now, some of the things they talk about when we are in science class, or some of them I go to Google, I translate them, or the things I just make a jotter on it and come back home. I was like, I keep telling my husband, oh, I never know. Even when we were talking about skin, they like the name they call it. I didn't know that it's not the name I know it as in Italian it's spella, but they have a name, other name for it. So when we are talking about that, they're using that because we are discussing about skin. When we are using that word, I never understand what they were saying. But what I did, I went on the internet, I googled it. It's showing me the English name of it, which makes no sense until the teacher now use the same name I knew. I didn't tell him, but I was just focusing in understanding that particular thing he's saying. Then he now, when he keep going and going, that was when I understand. Then he put the two names, the one I know and the scientific name he was using about skin, akute, something akute and skin is the same thing. His spell is the same thing. Until he put the two names together, that was when I was like, wow. And that is not the only thing. So many things I'm discovering. It's kind of discovering, but it's scary. Sometimes I panic in the class. But one man will keep telling me, you can do this, you can do this. If I can go back to school, you guys can do it. I don't know why you are scared. I don't know why you are scared to do that. Trust me, even if it's the basic one, you can do it. To shuffle around, to help your children with homework, to help your children to do a lot of things. You can do it. So I don't know what is he scared there. It blocked me. I don't know why it blocked in there. I don't know why. Honestly, let me put the link again. I don't know why, because it's saying it's not connected. I don't know why. Let me put the link there, then continue with the comment because I'm trying to catch up comments. No, Cosmo, you take it to later when I'm done. Go now. Over there. You must remember that it is an expensive cost, and sometimes many immigrant family cannot afford it. The law is wrong because you're supposed to pay for your rights. It's wrong. This is why they have to change it, and I'm in support to change it. If they're campaigning to change the law, I'm in support for that to happen because it's too expensive. But wait, oh, I was talking to someone that lives in the UK. They said getting a British citizen, even as easy, like giving it to your children, is actually very expensive, more than Italy. Because I talked about the price I paid in everything. UK is more expensive than Italy. UK is actually more expensive. It looks like it's something that is very easy, but it's not. A friend of mine lives in Denmark. Yes, she's also married to a Danish man. Do you know she got married before me? But until today, she's not yet a Danish citizen. Until today. So there is always advantage and disadvantage in every country. The law that every country is fighting to change every blessed day. If you never ask, you will never know. Maybe people focus on Italy alone. Of course, I pray for a lot of things to change because the bureaucracy here is too much. But at the meantime, we have to do our part as immigrants. Immigrants that live here has to do their part, especially for their own children. I'm not talking about themselves that is already old, but for their own children, they can choose to. Cosmo, close that door for me. Close the door. They can choose to go back to Africa when they want. But whatever you're doing, if you live here and you have children, I think it's important you think about your children, the life of your children first. Of course, I pray that tomorrow Italian government has this law will change. I pray, like I'm really, really praying that it change tomorrow. But at the meantime, let the people that are here think about their children, do the right thing for their children by following the law. This is what I meant. It should be automatically changed without expenditures. I don't know. I'm not a politician in Italian government. I pray that it changes, honestly. Why should it be automatically changed, Gaetano? I think both of you need to come and do that argument up here, Lady King and Gaetano. How many of these immigrants are interested? I don't know. I don't know. interested. They want benefit without sacrifice, which is not good. Benefit without sacrifice is not good because even in America, where you have your child in America and your child become automatically citizen, that child, if you mess up, like you don't take care of that child, social service or welfare will come and take that child away from you. If you don't have insurance, you cannot be able to treat that child the way you want to treat that child. Italian governments are not ready for all these things. They are not ready. You can't just let them open like that, let Italian that is still trying to survive open for a lot of things because they will still judge on top of the law, the new law you give everybody. Everybody will let us show I don't know. Let me just stop it there. The one benefit without them, you are right, Gaetano. This we see also in the educational system. Exactly. Some don't care about their children. Some don't care because if you care about your child, you have to fight for that child. For the benefit of that child. Look at now in Nigeria, everybody is looking for a way to take their children out of the country for one reason or the other. And you have opportunity to have your child in a country that cares about how many children you have, that knows about whereabouts your child, that knows when your child is not in the school, that knows that your child did not attend school for so days, and if your child miss school, police will come knocking on your door and ask you the reason why your child missed the school, that knows the address of your child, that knows everything, even if you're not a citizen, but they know everything about your child. You still criticize them. You still don't want to do something that will benefit that child as government. You still don't want to care as government care about that child. Come on, our people are wrong. So I know Italian government law is somehow, but somehow our people are also wrong because they have to fight for their own children. Customer, open that door. The process, some don't care about their children. The process is damn long and slow. If you miss paper, everything has to start again from the beginning. I don't really know the process. Even meeting for school, they don't attend. I'm telling you the truth. They don't want to associate with the I don't know why they are scared to associate with others. I don't know why. The right of children has to be automatically, that is what's meant to say. But you don't know. I know you are Italian. You are advocating for my own people, just like I'm advocating for my own people too. But if this whole Italian stuff change, Italian law change, they become automatically citizen and they have to pay. Italian has to take the medical rights out of their hands, and before they can go to the hospital, and if they don't have insurance, they make it like Holland, Belgium, that you have to have insurance before you can have access to a good, or you have money before you can have access to a good medical treatment. What if they change it that way? Which one is the worst? Them now, at the moment, they have access to doctors, to hospitals, and they change that the child will automatically become a citizen. Yes, right. And the parents must have insurance. Even as giving birth to the child, the insurance has to pay at the hospital. They must have insurance in anything they are doing. To go to the hospital to do most of the things, they must have insurance now. And these people find themselves that they don't work, so there is no insurance. So which one is more torture here? Like, which one is more torture? Customer, open the door. Because I see this one as more torture, that you don't have insurance, so you can't go anywhere. So for me, I think we need to start telling our people to. I know you can do narrow. Maybe you have a side husband that you do as narrow, but you need to engage yourself in the reasonable job that will register you in the system for the benefit of your children. You can do outside hustling. Even Italians do outside hustling from their patita IVA, the ones that have patita IVA, even the ones that are working normally, they still have outside hustling outside, but they have a particular one, they make them pay tax. I think we should start educating our people to consider that particular one that give them tax, that they should get at least a job that they register to, that they pay tax on first. Because if one law change, other laws will change, and it might benefit others, and the others, it might not benefit a lot of people, especially when it comes to this insurance. if they put the law on insurance just like other countries, just like American and the British and the whole country, they are comparing Italian with, a lot of immigrants are going to suffer. A lot of them are going to die on the streets because they don't do legal job. How would they have insurance to treat themselves? This is another question we need to ask ourselves. Not just about becoming the citizen. You are a citizen, but you are not allowed to go to the hospital freely without insurance. Doctors can't touch you without your insurance speaking for you. It's another thing. Let me get without insurance, you can't have access to many things. Exactly. In the USA, even with you being a citizen, without insurance, I said a lot of people are on the internet talking about it. They said if you are not a household, you cannot live in the United States, even in the UK, because without insurance, your access is limited to so many things, like so many things. So if Italy become like American, like everybody wishes, the immigrants in Italy, are they willing to risk it? This is another thing. So we advocate for our people, but we should also tell them the risk. Because if one law change, another law will change. Are they ready to back it up? Because then when the law change, maybe the health law changes now. Everybody, like, they will say, oh, Italians are this. Americans, every freaking person work, everybody work in America to get their insurance. Let me add Gaetano on the screen while I read the. Ciao Gaetano. In Italy,
Now,
we believe in the universal health care. This is system. This
sorry, I
is
want.
system. Yeah, Ciao, hold on, Gaetano, because hold on. Yeah, this is the system in Italy, and that is one of the reasons why they limit the citizenship.
Uh,
Yeah, I understand the system we're talking
no,
about
I
here.
want to let you
Okay.
understand my. I want to let you understand my point. Sorry, the baby is sleeping, so I can't. I have to be silent.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
what we are talking about? How to get the citizenship?
Yeah.
Okay, there are two different points
Okay.
we didn't talk about till now. So, is the opportunity and the process and all the steps you have to make to get your citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, the second point is what you have to do and what you are supposed to do to
Mm-hmm.
get your citizenship. So I don't think it's right to shift the speech and the discussion on the if is it right to go to the hospital without an insurance and this and that, because I prefer the Italian system, because many citizens United States cannot afford a basic medical treatment.
Yeah, I know.
They can
Like,
manage their teeth. They can do blood test. They can do anything, especially black in United States. So uh, statistics say that at least 50 millions of people in United States don't have any cover medical and or health care in United States. So there is a problem here. There is a problem even in the United States. So I don't think in other countries of Europe, for example, where the insurance, you get your insurance directly from your work contract. When you got a job, in your paper of your contract, there is already a part where you pay directly the insurance. So, for example, in Germany, it's called Krankenkasse. Okay, in Italy, there's nothing like this because we have a medical universal healthcare system. So we don't look at anyone entering the pronto soccorso, for example, a need for help. We just take care of everybody.
which
So
is amazing. This is what I want. Like, which, sorry to interrupt you. This is amazing. But what I'm
yes,
asking, what I'm saying here is
yes,
that what if we are pushing, praying for Italian law about, become a citizen if you
Okay.
live in Italy here. What
Okay.
if they change? They also change the because the
Not,
healthcare system are collapsing in Italy, so they are complaining as well.
but
What if they change it to be like American? Because
it
the
doesn't make
system
any
right now in Italy
it
is the
doesn't make any
best.
you understand, it doesn't make any difference, because now actually in Italy we have 600,000 people without any documents, and they are using our medical system. Okay, already the problem is, for example, for many parents came in this country like in 2001, 2002, before Bossi-Fini law or before other country, other immigration law. They came, they start living in this country. They could not, because 20 years ago, it was difficult for blacks renting an apartment or a flat. Don't forget this kind of things. 20 years ago,
I
especially
know,
in many places of our southern Italy,
I
no,
know.
you cannot rent a house because nobody want to make you rent the
Yes,
house,
I
their
know.
own
That is why
house.
I said at the beginning of the video
So
of this live that a lot before Italy was closed for immigrants. So
closed
a lot
minded.
of things are changing
And you know why?
gradually.
We would have a bigger problem now if, for example, Romania is a country would have never entered in and joined the European Union. We have the biggest community of immigrants are
Yeah,
Romanian,
I
and
know.
Romanian are almost 2 million in Italy, but they are European citizens, so they can stay here. We are talking about a small group of people, for example, in this case, because we are concerned about them, our fellow Nigerian, our other brothers and sisters, African brothers and sisters. Okay, but I want to just remind to all of you who are hearing this live streaming that 20 years ago it was very difficult for a black here renting a house. So many of them rented a house in Europe without any
Yeah.
contract. Okay, but when you ask a request for citizenship, we are not talking about our situation, because, for example, your situation, my wife's situation is different, because as a guarantee, there is me, there's your husband or someone. Because me, I'm already Italian. We have all the rights, but
Yes, but
20,
I
20,
also have
20 years.
someone. I
Wait,
also
wait,
have someone which is
wait, wait,
she's
wait,
here.
wait, wait. There is everywhere there is a particular case that is an exception. Like, let me say so. But in the most of the people came in this country 20 years ago, for example, before they could not prove. When you ask for citizenship, you have to prove to the government where did you stay, where have you stayed at? Tell me your address in 2002, in 2003. You have to prove that for 10 years you pay light bill, gas bill, and this and that. But if you rent a house for without any contract, you cannot prove anything. So this is the moment that everything come back to your face, and you cannot do anything. Maybe you spent already 18 years in Italy, but you don't have, and you did not achieve any paper that can prove that you spent many years in Italy, so you can start your process for citizenship. And your children too, but your children don't have any fault. You understand? So what I mean is that those children don't have any fault. For those ones who wanted to do everything regularly, no, respecting the law, no, they have to the right to be citizen already. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Then
Yes, I understand. They have to. You are pointing at they have to be citizen already, which is what everybody wants. I want
yes,
that too for
but
people.
sometimes I don't know. Maybe you were referring to some of them don't have any interest in this process. They don't care. But there are many, and I know many. they could not do anything to start this process. That let me be clear, the process is not cheap, especially if you cannot pay for your rights. This is one thing we have understand very well. If you me I'm Italian, I have all the rights, but I didn't choose to be Italian. I didn't choose to born here, but I have everything. Many other children, especially black children in this country, don't have anything of this. I cannot stand this situation. It's not their fault. Maybe it's their parents' fault. Okay, maybe sometimes we can agree about it, but many of those parents can simply cannot request for citizenship because maybe regularly they rent a house, but since 5 years, 7 years, they don't have to reach. They didn't reach the limits, time limits to request for it. You understand? And the last government with Salvini postponed the limit to 12 years. So many of them are so their process postponed already. I have some cases of. So sometimes we have to be we. What is important is the if the law is clear, it's clear enough. You know what you have to do, and you will try to do this. Sometimes the law, especially the Italian law, is 1992 law, is old. In Italy, there were not immigrants. The only immigrants we had that time were Filipinos and Marocchino. Stop. This is where the immigrants by that time. Now,
Yeah.
after 2000, we saw in this country came in 5 millions, 5 millions of immigrants since 2000. 2 million, only 2 millions are Romanian, and they are lucky because they are in Europe from since 2007. For 7 years, Romanian immigrants were illegal in this country. Then everything passed because they joined the European Union.
But
The
that is not
problem,
Italian is not to blame that they joined the European Union because Italian, for me, what I understand, Italian is the least people that make decision for European Union.
no,
People
no,
that
it's
actually
not.
make decision for European Union, the top people that make decision for
This is
European Union are
wrong.
not Italians.
This is wrong. This is wrong because I remember in 2000, in the late years of 90s, you could see Italians see, we are Europeans now, we are joining the European Union, we are building the European Union. Now the sentiment, okay, has changed because many people blame the European Union, but we are lucky to stay in the European Union. And by that time, all Italians want to stay with European Union, okay, because we saw France, Germany, Great Britain, Spain building this European Union. What could we do? Stay out of this. As a
Okay.
great country of Europe, we could not stay out of
Yeah,
European
I
Union.
understand you, Getana. I understand everything you're saying perfectly. Okay. But the point here is that, first of all, I am not in support of the whole process of waiting for many years. Maybe I
Exactly.
misunderstood. I am not in support of it. But
I
where
want to.
I'm trying to say
Sorry,
something.
sorry for interrupting you. For example, one of my classmates at high school is actually living in London. Okay,
Okay.
with another Italian. His wife is Italian. They have a child. He's already a UK citizen.
It's
He's
already,
al-
yeah, it's
he's
like
already
that. Yes,
he's
is
already
but
a UK.
remember in the
He's
UK,
already
like we are saying about insurance. Remember in the UK, they pay basically on, like, they pay everything. Even
yes,
I've had
but
a cases where somebody said
my
that a
insurance
lot of people that move
it
from the
doesn't
Italy to the UK
yes,
ask
but
people come here to buy medicine to you,
wait,
because in the UK
wait,
things are very
wait,
expensive,
wait.
so you have to
But
work to be able to live.
citizenship, but citizenship, it doesn't, it can stay with insurance. That one is another point. Is another thing.
But do you know that UK
Citizenship
law
is,
have changed? No, but do you know that UK law has changed?
yes, I know,
That to the
because
extent that before you have a permanent resident, you have to write an English exam.
and you know why? Because they had an anti-immigration wave in the past years.
Exactly. So now
So
they've
for
changed. It's like they're going backward
especially
again. So
not,
every country has their ups and downs. And when you are immigrating to that country, you should read their law. If you are not in support of their law, because if you don't speak English, you can't live in the UK, you can't have a working permit in the UK right now.
even even in Italy now,
Even
even
in
in
the
Italy.
driver's license, the reason why they have a fuel scarcity was because they wanted all the truck drivers to write, to learn Italian, I mean British driving school, this whole driving lesson or whatever it
Yes,
is
yes,
called,
yes.
before they can be able to supply petroleum in the UK, and they refuse. And this is why UK has that scarcity of fuel that happened this past week. I don't know if they are still on it right now. So every country, that is what I'm saying. Every country has their up and down, good and bad. And I'm saying for our own people here in Italy, of course, having that years of waiting, that long years of waiting in Italy to become a citizen, of course, is wrong. If they have to amend it, it has to be amended. Okay, but becoming a citizen is not everything. What
Yes, this
about
is
becoming
a.
a
I agree.
citizen?
I agree. I
Becoming a
agree.
citizen with, and you don't want to
But
contribute
I
in that
thought we
country
were
you are
talking
living
about
in.
me, but I agree perfectly, totally with you. But I thought we were talking about those people want to be Italian citizens.
No, we are talking
Uh,
about the
and,
whole situation in general, not only about the
okay, so
citizen.
we have to
I'm talking about
separate
the whole
because
situation in general, not about the citizen, because it can be a citizen like in America. It can be a citizen in America. You can have 10 children and become a citizen in America, but if you are not able to take them, the government will take those children away from you. Our people, because I have seen a lot of our people that are crying on the internet that German wants to take their kids away because they're not able to take care of their child. I don't know the full story, but that is what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to be on the camera. That is what I'm trying to say here. Are they ready for the government to take those children away from their hands if they are not able to provide for those children? Our
yes,
people that have been refusing to work, to be in the system, are they ready to surrender those children to the government if they are not able to take care of these children? Because it's not about being a citizen.
yes. In fact, I know.
It's
I agree.
not.
I agree. I agree. This
Because
is a
if
good.
they make the
It's a
law
good point.
now and said every child born of immigrants is Italian, and you're not taking care of that child, they will come and take it from you, and there is nothing you can do. They will adopt it and give it to someone else. Our people, are they ready to face that? Because there are consequences that comes with everything in life. You know, yes, I am not agreed with the whole 12-year stuff or the long process to becoming a citizen. Of course, a child has to be a citizen of the country where he or she was born. But their parents, what are they doing to sustain those children? Are they ready to support those children to go to school? Are they ready to take care of those children? Are they ready to sacrifice their time to take care of those? Are they ready to support the system that are taking care of those children? This is what it's all about. It's not
Yes,
about,
but
the
this
law
is.
is good. I'm not in support of the law. But
But
I'm
you see,
I'm asking
are
my
you
fellow
right?
brothers and
You're right.
sisters question.
Yes, you're right. But the citizenship, it doesn't matter because for these things, for these matters, there is already the law. If you live in a country, even if you are not citizen of that country, it doesn't mean you are don't have to respect the law of that country.
Exactly. And you have to
So
do work to support the system. But how many
okay,
of our people are
no
working to
matter
support the system?
no matter if you are citizen or not.
Exactly.
Yes, and this
And
is
if
true.
you go
And this
to
is true.
community, in a lot of people in our community, they don't want to support the system because a lot of them has this stereotype of going back to Africa.
Mhm.
Basically in Italy, because I have done my survey, I have done my research, I have people all over the world, I have asked questions.
Yes.
The life here, the life most, I'm not saying all of it because I've seen the like real hardworking people, black people in Italy. I have seen them, and I have seen a lot that are just there looking for bonus, looking for benefits, and they can't even take care of
This
their
is
own
all over the
children.
Europe. This is all over the Europe. What I notice is
But
all over the
it's
Europe.
worse in Italy.
This
It's
was,
worse in Italy. You know why I say it's worse in Italy? In Holland, I've been to Holland so many times. In Amsterdam, in Spain, I've been to Barcelona. I've been to some part of this Europe. You can't see a black that is called a Nigerian begging on the streets. In Holland, there is a law that when they catch you begging in the front of the supermarket, they're going to arrest you. They throw you in prison. You walk your way, like your ticket, you have to work for it in the prison. They will use your own, you will stay in the prison and you will do prison job to get your ticket before they send you back to your country. So in Holland, they don't beg on the streets. They make sure they look for every means to survive, to support the system they are living in. So this is my question. It's not about Italian citizen, but what are you doing to sustain your children in that country and to support the system that helps you? Because if we want to compare, like bringing UK, America, Canada, and the other country into this, the way they do their own thing. But in those countries, they don't have access to medical the way they have in Italy because Italian access is the best. But in those countries that makes your children, you are free to have 10 kids and have all your kids become citizens. Your children are dying, and if you cannot take care of your children very well, they take your children out of your hand. Is that the life? So there are benefits.
but this is I agree with you, but this is rightly you are speaking to your people. Okay, I understand your point. I agree with you,
Christina, what to
but
do?
I can say the same to many my fellow Italians. Can they raise their children right very well? Many of them cannot. Even Italians
I
sometimes.
know. I
And
know.
you understand my point too.
Yes,
So
I do. But we're not
uh,
comparing to Italians now because this is their
sometimes
country. It's like me now in Nigeria. I can do whatever I want to do, because that is where I'm from. I'm not running, I don't have another place to go to. Okay? Because at the end of the day, in the system, my children are a Nigerian. If I'm living in Nigeria and have kids there, okay, they're Nigerians. I can, be lazy to raise my kid because at the end of the day, there is no law that holds my kids from doing anything. My kids still have access to so many things. You understand me?
yes.
But being an immigrant in a country that it has language, you don't want to learn the basic language either. You don't want to be in the system. You don't want to work to be in the system. You choose to get those free money that you
So
don't pay
you
tax.
are talking about the stubborn one.
Exactly. I'm not talking about everyone
And
because like I said, I have seen a lot of hardworking,
but this is a
intelligent
this is the
people.
this is always the same point we
So
have
it's
been
not, they are
talking
the one
about.
protesting a lot of so the whole citizen stuff. Are they ready to face the consequences that come with it being a citizen? Because I pray every day that every good person come here, like let them change the law so that the good ones will have access to the medical, the good ones will have access to a lot
Ma
of
tu lo
things,
sai,
especially the citizenship.
tu lo sai come diciamo noi, no?
No,
Fammi parlare un po' italiano. Essere cittadini non significa, it doesn't mean only have rights,
exactly,
significa anche avere dei doveri.
exactly. C'è tanti doveri per essere cittadini, non lo so come si dire, ma ci sono
Sì.
tantissimi doveri.
Diritti e
A
doveri.
doveri, see, because
Sì.
it's not about being a citizen.
This is
There are
what we always
responsibilities
do.
that comes to being a citizen. If you really want to stay in the country, it's not
Yes,
about being
yes.
a citizen where you take your passport and you run away with the passport to another country and you use the Italian passport to run away. You just want to gain the passport, the citizen, then you run away without contributing anything to the country. So this is what I'm talking about. That the citizen, the length, the duration is not pleasing. It's not. Nobody is happy about it. But to our people, are they ready to sacrifice for the system? The good. I know it's not all. Some of them, because
I think
majority
I
don't
think
care.
I think there is also another explanation because many of Nigerians are in this country,
Africans in general.
but let me say Nigerians in this case. Many of them are still young. Many of them are still young. So sacrificing yourself is something that you learn with the time in your life. I think there is also these generational aspects, okay? Because I saw many Nigerians, even in
Can you give
my
me a minute? Can you give me a hold on? Each I'm reading a comment. My own
comments.
issue is that my husband told me that Ijoma, that is not correct because for your husband to become a citizen, your husband has to fill a form how many if he's married and the child, how many child he has. So as long as you are his wife, you have to be a citizen with him. So I don't know about this one that the husband they have to give your child unless you were not included in this image because you have if your husband become a citizen you have to be a citizen too. So I don't understand this whole process. Maybe it's a new law which is not yet open to the world.
There is also another thing that sometimes the law has made to be difficult, hard to achieve it. Okay, okay. Rebuild your story in this country. Sometimes for some people, it's not easy. It's impossible. It's quite impossible. So sometimes, even if you have the right, because you spend time in this country, maybe you speak, you work, and you have a carta di soggiorno illimitato, you can stay here. The citizenship, you cannot get it. Questa è la cosa che I don't like, ok?
Yeah, he
E
will apply for you. Hold on, Gatano. I think is what is like that because when he gets it, he will not apply for you because he will not apply under his own. Just like the way you came in here under his working permit because I believe or his permanent permit because you actually came in here under his working or permanent permit. So your name is under his. Now that he becomes citizen, you have to wait like me that waited for certain years before I become citizen to my husband using my husband name. My husband is Italian, so it's not something that happened automatically. But if it's a child, I think that is right. You have to wait for like 2 years or 3 years or thereabouts before you apply for your own IJ. And that is how it works. I think he still is in the line. You have to wait for him to get his own your daughter's own, then you can now apply because that is how you got in here. Your visa was granted from his own working and permanent residence. Getting sorry for interrupting.
no, 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 no. I was hearing you. No, so there are many aspects of the problem that concern the people will, the ambition you have, the will you have to learn Italians, the language, be in this country, join the community, do your life, improve your life, improve the life of your children, improve the life of your relatives, and everything. Because I also saw many people bringing people from Nigeria because they got their citizenship. And so they are starting improving the life of those ones remain in Nigeria. So they are starting coming here and learning Italian. So many are new people. Are new people. They have a good mindset. They are understood what
Yeah,
they
a
have to
lot.
do.
Yes,
What they
a
have
lot.
to do.
I'm so happy to meet a lot of that understand that they have to follow this way to be able to integrate in the country. The one I'm
Yes,
having problem with is the one that is blaming and not doing something about it. So this
yes,
is
yes,
why
yes, yes.
I'm the one I'm talking about is the one that is
The lazy ones.
blaming. All they know how to do is to blame, is to call name, is to abuse the government without even trying to help themselves for the
Put the blame
government to
on
help them.
put the blame on someone else.
Exactly. That is the people I'm talking
Uh,
about here.
this is the same problem we have with some Italians. I think it's all over, worldwide the same problem. You know,
IJ, Ijoma, I think if you have your A1, and A2 language certificate, you should use that to go and apply for your resident permit out of your husband's under your husband. Because if you go to school in Italy, you have the school certificate. Make sure that they issue you certificate. You can use it to apply for your own resident permit. Because if you continue using your husband's own, they will continue giving you duration of that 6 years. You have to go and apply. Of course, you will still renew it over and over before. I think you renew it twice before you can have the permanent one. You are not long in Italy. You are just I'm not sure you are up to 5 years if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so that is how the whole thing can work. Then get a good lawyer.
it takes B1.
It
B1
takes
for citizen
B1 now. Now
for
it takes B1.
citizenship.
Okay, Martina, let's hear what Martina has to say.
Okay.
Martina, you're welcome.
Okay. So, hello everybody. Let me
Hello.
start from a Kabi matter. So,
Okay.
why so many people were angry, including me, about that one is that Italians, when someone does something wrong and you are a black person, even if you are Italian, like you don't
Okay.
get the citizen back, they will say, for example, in Nigeria, this Nigeriano did this thing, whereas this Nigeriano was born and brought up here and even have their citizenship, like doesn't even have a Nigeriano niente. They will say this Nigeriano steal or do something like this. But then why people were angry about Kabi is that Kabi does not have Italian citizenship. They want to like write it in the newspaper. That's a word their their main newspaper. They said Italiano. They even scraped out the guy's identity. That was why people were angry, including me. They scraped the identity. Why? Because they feel like he's doing something good. He is being famous in the whole world. And they added, Kabi came to this country when he was just a year, not even a year old, till 20 something years without citizenship. Can you see that that boy can speak Italian? Can you see that that boy schooled in this place and he speak now? Why are they rushing him? He's doing everything now with them and even advertising them, even doing hitting so many deals in Italian with Italians. Then, but he doesn't have citizenship. Then, what is holding it? Why would they
Nne, they
put
don't have. Nne, let me stop you there. They
excuse me,
cannot
wait, let
release
me
Italian
drop. Yes,
citizenship
I'm there. Wait, let
automatically.
me land. Why does it take
They
so much?
cannot release
Maybe
it immediately
someone is
because he's
here.
famous right now. The law has to take its place because this is the law they are still
Yes,
living
then
on.
they should do the right thing. They
But it
shouldn't
has
scrape
to
his
wait. Yeah, they have
identity.
to do the right thing,
Maybe
but
he
they
has an
cannot just wake
identity.
up
He
and
is
do
a
it. This is something
Senegalese.
we need to
So they should
understand.
say,
They can't
they
wake up
should
and
say,
do it.
wait, Tessy, that this is why people were angry. They should not scrape the identity because they feel like he is doing something good. He is a Senegal boy. He is a Senegalese. So they should write
Yeah.
it. Ika Lama Senegalese is the the most, how do they say it in Italian? Not saying that this Italian boy, then they scrape the identity, nobody. And people were like, he is Senegalese, he is a Senegal.
But he's actually the one
Everybody
that granted
on
that
this,
interview. I
like
think you know
every
that.
black person
He
in
is the one
Italy
that
was
grants that
against him,
interview. Do we need to know
including
that
me.
he's the one that granted that interview and he knows about the interview before it was published, if it was national TV, okay? He knew
No,
that
no,
he
no,
knew
no.
about it.
Before he grants interview, they have hey, shut up. They have written about him before he grants interview. Okay, they were the one that first of all published him in their national newspaper. That Italian boy, which Italian? He is a black boy. He is a Senegal. He
In
doesn't
that
have
case, they
Italian
are wrong in that
citizenship.
case. So I'm
They
not
should
talking
do
about
it
because
the right
we have
way.
to say what is wrong. In that case, they are wrong. Just like
That is why
Nigerians claiming,
everyone is
it's just like every
angry.
country claiming
That
what they're
is
not
why
supposed to
everyone
claim.
is angry.
Okay,
Okay?
no, no, let's
People
not.
were angry because this boy came into this country when he was not even up to a year old.
I
Till
know.
20 something years. His fiance is even an Italian girl. But this guy doesn't have Italian citizen and they were saying he is Italian. Like, how come? But I didn't when he
It
stole
was the
something now,
mistake
they
of
will
the
say this
journalists. Journalists,
Senegal
they
boy.
want to shout.
Eh? Understand the
Journalists
whole
want to
thing.
shout. They want something that will attract attention. The
Which
Italian
kind of
government did
attention?
not come out to
Please,
say
please
that the
forget
boy
it.
is the Italian
Forget it.
government.
They are doing like
It's
I
not.
am with Italians
It's just
in
like
when
what
they
we
are
are saying
doing it
now.
right.
We
But when
can't
they
say
are doing it wrong,
Italians.
you,
Because
you
if
need
I'm
to say
talking
it.
about black people, I cannot
Italians
say
are
all
backward
Nigerians.
on this
Okay,
citizenship
it's
level. They are backward. Like I don't know how somebody will give birth in this country and you will continue to renew sojourner. Not even like if I have kata sojourner now, my kids are having permiso di sojourner, not even kata di sojourner per lungo period. Italians are so backward on this.
that is
In
what
fact,
we are
I don't
saying.
know
That
how to
I agree.
explain it.
I totally agree with
yes,
Martina
that is
because
what we are saying. That the law,
once
that particular law, is
I want
not good. We are saying
Let
that
me
that
tell you,
particular law
Tessy.
has to
Tessy, let
change.
me tell you. In UK, it's just like Italian. In UK, health system is just like Italian. They don't pay any. NSH is free of charge. Free of charge. In fact, in every part of Europe. That is why, as an Italian person, if you go to any part of Europe and you are sick, you Tessy, you will not pay anything because you are an European. Okay? In
No
every
longer
part
the
of
same.
Europe,
No
health
longer the
system
same.
is free of charge.
No
In
longer the
Canada, let
same.
me tell you, in Canada, health system, Canada has the best health system in the whole wide world. In the whole wide world. But when you put to bed there, even if you need Biara, even if you came there, like you are not living there, your baby is automatic citizen. Even if they are going to send you
I
home,
know. In the
even
UK,
if
the
they are
same.
going to
In
send you
America, the
home,
same. In
even if they
Australia,
are
the
going to send
same.
you home, they will send you home.
Proud. You
Look,
guys don't
the
really
one is
understand.
that
You guys,
Italians, if they start Italians still collect children. If you are not taking care of your kids, Italian will
of
collect
course,
it.
they will collect
They
it.
will
Of course, they will
collect it.
collect it. Of
So what
course,
is
but
happening?
they give you more time. Okay, but it's not like the way they do in the UK. Have you ever talked to someone that lives in the,
They do
the
it
UK or
here
in the
too, Tessy.
America?
They do it here. They do it here if you have not seen it. There are communes that are so strict that you cannot do rubbish. They still do it here. They will
I
collect
know.
your kids. They
I
will
know.
monitor you
I've
day
gone
and
to
night
visit my cousin
and
in
carry
a
your
pastor here
children.
in Perugia, here in Italy, 8 years ago. In case you don't know, I have an auntie, I keep mentioning it. I have an auntie that lives in Perugia for over how many years? Years. I'm talking about years in Italy. I'm talking about my auntie, my mom's elder sister. So if I'm talking about this, it's not just about people I don't know. It's about also people I know, people that have gotten it right, and people that are still doing well
Look,
about this whole
I know
thing.
that most of our people, not most, some of our people are not doing it right. But you
That is
cannot,
the people
because of
I'm
people that
referring
are not
to, and
doing it
also
right,
referring to
and you
the
will punish
law.
the other people that are doing it right. Look, in Italia now, you can ask the IMS, you can go to IMSite and check out. Immigrants are the one paying their bills. Immigrants are the one paying for this health system. We are the people working. Just go and check it out. We are the people working.
I
Check it
know.
out. Check it out.
Especially all immigrants, the most of them in Italy are young, are very young. So, tipo il 93% degli immigrati in Italia lavora. 93% of immigrants, they are still working. They are working.
Exactly.
Then
Exactly. It is documented. It is online. It is
they
online.
are
This one is
paying.
online. It's not hidden.
They are
It's not
paying.
hidden.
They are actually paying pensione for 7 million Italian elders. This is what they
You
are.
understand? You
They,
understand?
and they are the ones, they are not retired from work, from job. So le pensioni che spendiamo per gli stranieri sono pochissime, perché pochi di loro sono andati in pensione. So they are contributing to this country because
You
we are.
understand? This is documented. Not be big talker. Now IMS talker.
Nobody is
Not be
saying
big
that
talker.
immigrants are not contributing to the country. Nobody is saying. But like they
No,
said,
understand.
you
I
understand this
mean,
proverb I just said
they should
now.
not, because of
Okay.
that one, punish everybody.
I know. Just like now. Okay, now, for instance, let's go back to Nigeria. For instance, now they're campaigning to divide Nigeria. They're campaigning to doing something. What is it called? Unknown government and the rest of them are doing something in the eastern part of Nigeria. And what happened? They labeled all Biafra land, all Nigerian land, all Igbo land. What? But they are not the same. They are
This
not
one,
the same.
Tessy, we
It's
are in the
something that
West
happens
world.
all over
We are
the
in the
world.
West.
This
This is
is
not
something
Africa.
that we
We
need
are
to
in the West.
understand that
These
happens
people
all
should
over the
do
world.
something
Okay,
right.
let me
They
just
should do something. Instead of Oganakama, instead of it to be better, it is going back. Like this, they will just cut the kata sojourner your child will have. Be hard. Then they will give the child the permission to sojourn.
that
I
is
mean,
bad.
Baka
That
why?
is something I'm not in
Eh?
supporting. That is
Baka
very,
why?
very bad. That like I was saying
Italo should,
before, that is very, very bad.
I don't know. Before we change them for Ramo, we go change them for Italian. We go come out for this country.
No problem. But that process is bad. Nobody is in support of that process. No one is happy
So
about
why
that
are they not doing
process.
something about it? That is it. Which kind of support? They should do something. That not
How
the
many?
whole thing is
Let
tire
me ask.
person.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you one question.
Ask me.
How many of our
Mm,
people that have used Italian permission de sojourno permanent, like the permanent resident permit, to run
mm,
out of Italy to go to work in other country because they're chasing money? So they took this permission de sojourno. They refused
mhm.
to contribute in the system that gave them the access to move over all over Europe. They went to another European country. They used that particular document. They are working and contributing to that system, but not the country that provide that access to them. I
Anyway,
think
I will
that
not blame anybody for that because there is no so much job here in Italy. I will not
so
blame them.
you want them
Instead of
to.
them to
So now
suffer for,
we are just being plain here. So you don't blame them, okay?
I
That's
don't blame them.
understood, okay? Understood, okay? So you want them now to give everybody access to move around, which I actually support because of what is going on in the European Union. I actually support that if it will happen. Let them give them document, let them go and mess up other people's country, especially the immigrant that refuse to work. Let them give them document to go to other country. But if I come to your house, give me shelter in your own house, Martina. You gave me food. You send me to school. You helped me. You cleaned me up from the mud I came out from. You helped me from nobody. Then you did all of that for me. At the end of the day, instead of me to pay you back with kindness to help you raise your house, I know that you're struggling, but you still close the eye and help me. You gave me roof over my head. But when I regained my balance, I abandoned you. And I went to your neighbor that didn't help me, that didn't care about me when I newly, when I was suffering, when I was desperate. Martina, are we going to be happy about that?
Look, Tessy,
No,
and I
answer
know.
me.
Wait,
Are you
I
going
will
to be
not be
happy?
happy, but it's not like this that you are saying it to.
It's like
It's
that.
not like this. It's
It's
not
like that.
like this at all. Let me tell you.
Let me
See,
no, let me give you
this
another
Italo,
example. Let me give you another
immigrants that is
example.
in
Let
this
me
Italy, they are
no,
not even
hold
up to
on.
the ones that are in Germany. They are not even up to the ones that are in France. They're not even up to the ones that are in Greece. You understand? They don't even get
Let me
immigrants.
give you
Let's be
another
talking about
example.
all this
Martina,
thing.
let me give you another example. My husband is an electrical engineer. He can open an engineer his own office with his
Mm,
patent Eva. If my
okay.
husband go abroad to work, he will earn a lot of money.
Okay.
But Getano, just leave this sentimental of immigrant and all that. You are in this country, you're working, you have your salary. You know that if you go abroad and work, like other Italians that run out of Italy after graduating in Italy, of course you earn more money, right? You will make more money than what you are paid right now in Italy. My husband and many other Italians that are graduating in Italy, they are not paid what they want. They are not paid what they want, but they stay in this country to support the system because they know that if everybody abandons the system, who is going to build the system? So in the case of immigrants, you say you don't blame them by going out. You shelter them, you help them, you give them life. At the end of the day, this is going to help you suffer to grow that country. They abandon you and use those things you
Wait,
gave them to go and feed another person and abandon you.
wait,
Using your
Tessy,
government, using
I hope
everything
you
you
are
gave
listening
them
to
to help
news.
another country.
Italians that are going out, Italians that are leaving this country, Italians that are leaving this country are even higher than the ones that are inside now. Very soon, all of them will leave
It's not
because of
all of them.
because of the same thing that makes that immigrants are running for.
A
Italians
lot
are
of
leaving
Italians
too.
have not paid what they want. Let me
Italians
tell you the truth.
echo. That is why immigrants are the one feeding the system.
And
They
the
don't accept the work because they feel like they are paying them low. Then immigrants accept it, the ones that want to work here. And the ones that feel like they don't want to work here will run away because of that same thing that is chasing Italians here. You
okay, let's
understand?
put it
So
another way.
this is
Why
how
didn't
it
they go
works,
to
my
that
sister.
country? Why did they go to the country at the beginning?
My sister,
No, why
Italians
did
are
they
even
immigrate to that
eating it.
country first
Italians
before
are
coming
even
to Italy?
eating it because someone will work here for 20 years and leave their pension here and run away. Do you know that the ones running away after working here, they don't get sense? They are the ones that they don't have sense.
Let
They
me
are
give
not
you another.
doing
Let
it
me
good
give you
for
another
themselves.
example because it seems
They
that
will
a lot of
work
our people
20
need to
years
get
for here,
into.
go for the
No,
system, after they will just
hold on,
leave and move
Martina,
working.
hold on. Let me give you another example. You people need to actually get close to Italians. You know, I'm not supporting Italian government in this whole aspect of Italian
I'm for
citizen and
Italo. I love Italy. I do. In fact,
wait,
I don't know how to
I
explain it.
know.
But
But
when
this
they are
whole
doing
law,
it wrong, my
I
sister,
know.
when
But
they are doing it wrong, I don't like
this
it.
all of
I
their
don't
law.
like
This
I
all
love
a
you
lot
too,
of people.
Martina.
Martina, hold on. This all of their law. A lot of people are not in support of this law. Okay, are you getting me now?
I'm getting
I
you.
have a lady, Italian. I have
Okay.
a lady, Italian woman, born and
Mm,
brought up. She has 3 kids. This
okay.
woman is over 60 years.
Okay.
Let me tell you the truth. And she's not the only one I love to talk to them to share their experience with me. For me to get to know the system, it's not just what you read online. You need to come in one-on-one with the real people for you to understand more what the real people are going through. She's not the only one, but I'm going to give you an example with this one. She's Italian. She has children. She's been, she take care of her. She just like me and you that has kids, that has nobody to take care of our children because she migrated from South Italy to the North Italy. She raised her children. She's not the only one I talked to about this. Then when she started working, Italian has the duration of the years you work before you receive pension. Be you Italian, immigrant Italian is the law for everyone. These ladies I'm talking about, even after 60 years, I think in Italy, after 60 years, you can go in pension, right? That hour they didn't complete the hour. But you know that these ladies are still working. When you talk to them, they say, if I leave now, that is 2 years or 3 years to complete my hour, I will not get anything from the government. I'm talking about Italians. I'm not talking
Of
about
course, they have to. Everybody needs to. It's not about Italians. Me, if I'm working here,
So
my
let's
passion is
stop
there.
blaming everything on
Everybody
Italian
has to
government
work.
and let's keep advising our people to do better because Italian governments are not perfect. The laws are not perfect, just like where we come from, just like the Africans we come from. It's
Very
not
good.
perfect.
But like they should tamper justice with mercy. That is what we are saying. They are taking
But they
it
are
too far.
working
And
on
they are
it.
moving
Can't you see
backward
that a lot of
instead
things
of
are
going
changing?
forward.
Can't you see that a lot of things are changing? Are you
Which
not
kind of
seeing it?
change
Are you
is
not
that?
feeling it?
Like how? Which change?
Italians
Where?
fighting for immigrants' rights. You don't know about it.
Look, I know. Even let me tell you, I'm even in one of the association in Bergamo here, where we are fighting for immigrants' rights, Afghanistan, all of those people. Okay, I'm in
So
association
in
here,
this case, you
but
shouldn't tell
it's
me that you
not
don't
about it.
blame.
It's
In this
about
case,
is it working out?
Martina, that language you use,
Italian.
Martina, let me just land. That language you use because you know, do unto me what you want others to what you I don't know how to put it, but something that you don't want to receive, do not give it out. Okay. That word you use, you don't blame them. So don't blame those ones that are running away with Italian government, Italian documents out. Instead of them to sacrifice to help the system to grow, they run out. You say you don't blame them. That
But
language
Tessy,
is
do
not
you
right.
know whether they see job here? There is no much job here. That is why they are running away. There is no Italians too are going out. Italians are running out too. The young Italians
Italians
are
are
running
running
out.
out. That is something that did not have start today. Italians are running out, yes. But you, as an immigrant that choose to come to Italy first, at your entry point to get
So
their
I think I
documents,
cannot
you
see
want
job.
the what you are
Not
about
that
because you must have done your research. You must have done your research before coming into the country because
Listen,
you
forget
already know
it. Who knows tomorrow?
what you're going to
Who
face
knows
while you're
tomorrow?
coming in here.
Nobody
So
knows
why
tomorrow.
blaming?
Listen, nobody knows tomorrow. Even the Italians are running away. Do you think that they want to run away? Italians are people that love staying at home. They love their house, even when they are just like they are family oriented. But these guys, they still choose to go away. It's not like they want it, but they have nothing else to do. That is it.
If you're talking about there is no job, I quote you wrong on that. And in so many aspects, Martina. I made
Sorry, can
I
I
don't know why you
interrupt
were.
you? Can I
Yeah,
Yes,
interrupt you?
yes, yes, yes.
Sorry. If we take as a meter of comparison only the how much can I earn in that country, how can I earn in this country, this and that. I think all the Italians will move to United States. All the
exactly.
United States will move in Dubai. All the
Exactly.
Dubai will move in I don't know, United Arab, no lo so, another country.
Yeah,
Let me say so. But the world doesn't work like that because
exactly.
you don't move only because you can earn
Of the
more.
money.
You no, you don't move your life, everything, your everything, your family. You have to learn a language. You have to learn another way to live, and you have just
It's
because of
not easy
Hello, Lady
to me.
just,
King.
just because of money. Just because of money.
Hi
It's just a,
everyone.
Exactly.
hi.
Hi, Lady
It's
King.
just a
Let's hear you.
small.
Let's.
Yes.
It's just a small part of the population of a country that go abroad.
Exactly.
Okay,
That is
let,
right.
let me say so. This is the way I used to say to my friends, all the Italians say, hey, there is an invasion, there is an invasion, there is an invasion. They don't know anything about birth rate of Africa. They don't know that in Africa they are up to 1 billion
Yeah.
population
Yeah. Exactly.
actually, and they are growing up. They are growing up very fast, so
Which
they think in Italians start thinking that all Africans want to come to Europe, that which is not true. It's
it's
not
not.
true. It's false. It's false. But if you take the whole continent, and just 3, 4, 5 million of people move to another continent, is a normal thing. Is a normal
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah.
for us, it's an invasion because we don't know the world. We don't know anything.
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 This whole
But
UK thing people are talking about. I have an in-law, a British. He
yes,
refused to live in the UK. In fact, he bought a house in Holland, in Netherlands. Instead of buying a house in the UK, he was born and brought up. He's been walking around the world. He worked in Italy. He worked in Nigeria. He's working in a different country now. He's a British.
Because
then
he
He
loves
then
here,
yeah,
I
Tessy. Me,
I
I
I
love
don't
here
want to come
too.
and work
I
there.
love here too. I can stay here. So everybody have their own. They have where they love and got their own life to live. So
You see,
because
I
open
he's a
Bible stores and
British
medicine and
doesn't mean
ask
that he
them
will
if they
live
want
there.
medicine that. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people that talk about you people that moves to UK coming back Italy to buy medicine, asking their family to ship medicine for because life there is
Because things are
I think
costly there. Yeah.
so
I
let's not
think
say UK life is perfect. Lady King, let me give you
UK is
the
not better than Italy for me. For me, UK is not better
from your
than Italy. Let
statement,
me tell you
Martina.
now.
No, Martina, you need to trace back from your statement. You are telling us that UK life is better than Italy. From
No,
your
no, no. I
statement.
never said so. I never said so. To me,
she
UK is not better than Italy. UK is not even anywhere better than Italy to me. So I don't know about others. I'm talking about myself now. But
I
I'm just
knew
telling you
I
what
met
is
many
happening
people.
based on
I
citizenship level. Okay.
I met
let me
many
s-
people that are regret to
Yeah,
move to
step in, Lady
UK.
King.
Hi everyone. It's
Hello
been long.
there.
So nice to see you guys. I want to talk about especially migrants here in Italy. Seriously, until the immigrants in Italy accept education, I'm sorry, there will be problem. When we talk about citizenship, yes, citizenship is good, but which boss is going to give you a job because you have the citizenship?
Exactly.
That's the truth I want people to understand.
Exactly.
You have the citizenship does not mean that I'm going to give you a job when you have nothing to back it up. Citizenship is only there to boost the certificate that you have. It has nothing to do with the ability to get a position in the federal law or in this. You can have the citizenship, but even if you don't have the education, you cannot work in Italian public system.
It's true.
So while we're fighting for the right to have citizenship, get the
Which
education
everybody is
so that
fighting
when
for.
the time comes, it will be very easy to get in.
But when you have skills, you can still work too because
Yes,
everybody must not go
but
to
in
school. Okay.
skills, there will be no promotion. In skills, there will be no promotion because it's the education that will make your skills valuable. That's the truth. I know many people have the skills, but in my school right now, they have to come back to school to get cola maturita so that they can get
Exactly.
the
I
promotion.
have it.
Even
I have them in my
Italians who
class.
I know are working, they have to come
True.
back to school to get it. That's what I want some immigrants to understand. Because if they don't do this thing, the third generation, the fourth, fifth will have problems that the first and second
Exactly.
are suffering. We
Exactly.
talk about
Because
Not
citizenship as if,
everybody have brain for school. For me, everybody must not go to school. Just
why
do
do you
the
think
one that you
thank
no
can
no
you.
do.
no why do you
Important
think
thing
Italy
is
made why do you think Italy made the education compulsory for all to elementary? Why do you think they did that? Because there were Italians who never loved to go to school, but they now said they must go to school. Why do you think they did that? And check out those who refuse to go to school. Because when they refuse to go to school, they will begin to see every reason to do crime, every reason to try to cheat somebody, every reason to commit crime and justify it because I don't go to school. That's why I don't know that what I'm doing is wrong. Because school will make you identify right from wrong in a
I
very
Yeah.
agree.
quick
I
way.
agree. I really
So
agree with
that's the
you.
truth.
But there is another point. There is another point because as a any speech we are making now, there is always is like a coin, two faces. Okay,
Okay.
there is one part that the basic level of many immigrants came in this country, so we have to educate them and they have to reach their education. Okay, but some of them don't want. Then
Exactly.
to the other side, we have another problem that many of them, some of them, I don't know, maybe the smallest part of them, they have a college degree, they have a bachelor, they went to university in Nigeria, they are picking up the tomatoes or in farm because why? I knew some doctors, nurse, I don't know, engineer of your country. They are doing farm job. Why? Because European Union doesn't recognize their
Which is not
degree.
Italian problem. It's not only Italian.
The,
It's
the
Italian.
problem
European
is
Union. So
no,
let's
the
not
No,
blame
no,
just
problem.
no.
Wait, let me
Italians.
say
Wait,
something.
wait,
Hold on a
wait.
minute.
This is something. Is a something we got in heritage from the past law because we in Italy, even before the European Union, we don't used to allow people
But it's
with
not
their.
only Africans.
And
It's
I
not only
don't think
Africans.
invece why America about this only about this matter is a great country. Where are you from? Ukraine. You are a doctor. The body, the part of the body are the same in all around the world. So you don't need to go to university again
Even
to get
someone
to
that
be.
go to school in
I
Turkey.
don't
No,
know
let me
why.
come in. Someone that go
Eh,
to school in
So
Turkey that
this
is part of
I think
Europe,
is
but not
not
European
right.
Union. You cannot use, you can, if you have a doctorate degree in Turkey, you cannot practice doctor in Italy or in European Union. So
Uh,
it's not something that has to do with African or immigrants alone. They
yes,
have
it's
a law that you
all.
have to go to school
I
when you
think
come here.
it's all about like there was a guy I met, he's Cameroonian. He went to university here in Italy, and I asked him how was it possible. He said because his government they had this partnership with the Italian university, so it's
Yes,
based on
yes,
the
yes, it's
country.
true.
Nigerian country government never did such.
They never
But if
care.
that's why if you go to some university today, you will see so many Cameroonians who are doctors, who are nurses,
Yes, it's true. It's true. It's true.
because the
È vero.
government did a partnership.
Many Cameroonians, girl especially,
But
and
Nigerians
doctor.
never did it. So if anybody finds a situation in this, why don't you make another step to start school again?
Exactly. And if you
That
want to
is
blame,
the
you blame
truth.
your country government, not the country where you are.
Yes.
Sometimes I have the feeling that the Nigerian politicians
They
just don't
don't
care
care.
what happened to Nigerians abroad.
They
They
don't
don't care.
care. If they
It's
don't
They
just
care
a
don't
because they
care.
problem
It's
want
not
us
that
to
their
they
be
have.
immigrants in
business.
Nigeria.
I don't know why. Because affect me a
None
lot.
of
I
the
don't know why.
African politicians care, not only in Nigeria. None
I
of the
know. I know. I
African
know. I know.
politicians care.
It's true. It's true.
Nigerians are using their certificates in America. They are using it in UK.
Eh,
In
why?
Europe, I
But
don't know why it
it's
is
because
so.
United States recognize all certification all around the
Just
world.
like now,
Instead,
they're
we
in
didn't.
just like Nnamdi Azikiwe University. University, yeah, American, just I don't know what they, but they did something. They went to recognize some faculty there that if you study that course or about American history and a lot and I don't know, there's a lot of things they recognize there. If you study it there and got the certificate, you can work directly in American. Anything that has to do with that stress. It's something that country has to come together and politicians, but they are not interested in European. So for us to point, we are not supposed to be pointing finger at European governments.
No, lo so, no, però this is
But
something
nobody is
we
pointing
get,
fingers from you. Is I
but
don't know this lady.
before European Union law start ruling, Italians used to do like that even before. So I want to get something personal because I used to teach to someone where graduated, and I noticed that who is graduated is faster in learning, faster in get integrated,
Because they already have the basic and everything
well
advanced.
integrated. In fact,
Yeah.
all my former students, graduated students, they have opened their own business. They are actually working. They are doing good. They are happy to be in Italy. They want to form their family and they want to do their business here in Italy. They want to join the community. So education is the main point. About your community, many Nigerians are not well educated. This is the main problem, and they
It's
don't
not
want to
just the, I
understand.
think they refuse to integrate and
They
they refuse
refuse,
to
many
educate because
of
they feel
them,
it's not
many of
important.
them.
And this is what. But I knew many Nigerians. Maybe they are not well educated. All in my area now, they are working. They send the children to school. The children are very smart, maybe smarter of some Italians. I have a good feeling about it. I think we are all too focused on the problems, but not on the solution. Don't discuss about problems, just discuss about
About the
solution.
solution,
What we can do to
do to help,
Grazie,
make better.
Gaetano,
and
grazie.
not always about
Because
complaining
because
and pointing
Yes.
because
about where the problem is, what Italian government
exactly,
is doing wrong. Let's
yes,
think about how to help our
but
people
we
to
have to
also.
know the politics, the politician are always too slow to understand the
Yeah.
society, the changement of the society. So
But
we
if
have to
we get
step.
into the system, if we educate and force ourselves into the system,
Yes, we're able
they
to
will be
make
forced
changes.
to change the law. But if we sit down and
You should
always
run for
complain,
you should run for an election.
Like in my commune
I will
right
give you
now,
my
right?
vote. I will give you my vote. I will vote for
no,
you.
this is the fact. This is the fact
No,
I'm
because
talking about it. This is
I
what the one of the
understand.
reason why I raised this is that I'm not in support of the whole 12 years or renewing Qatar the sojourner every time. I'm not in support because it's stressful and it's money that is going. I am
Then
not in support of that. That law has to change. But
yes,
for the meantime, while we are protesting, praying, hoping for the law to change, what about our people that lives here? What are they doing? Are they just sitting down at home waiting for bonus only? Because
no, no.
Martina, you
Pero
are going to school. Your husband is working. Of course, a lot of people husband is working. You're going to school. Like Janet is working. But what about the majorities that are on TV
I,
every blessed day that are not doing anything? They sat down home waiting for bonus, looking for bonus. When you go to the hospital, you give them their physical, you give your physical code, nothing to show you haven't supported the country for a very long time. So my point here is that African parents should start to support the system where they are living. Even if you have to do narrow job, but at least you have a job that you at least contribute €1 a month to the system registered. Not only about while we wait, we pray, we protest about the law to change. What are the efforts we are making to support the system? Because a lot of our communities are only ready to take and not to give. A lot of our communities right now, they can't run to UK anymore because the Brexit law have changed. So the UK now is a closed door for them. They can't run to UK with Italian documents. They can no longer do it. But while they are in this country, knowing that they cannot run there, what are they doing to support the system? So my main point here is that while we wait for the law to change, because nobody likes the law, no one likes the law. Okay,
No,
so when we're with
some Italians like because they don't want immigrants. This is the point.
exactly, some of them
Because
likes it, but
you,
we that are
I just,
foreigners, we don't like it.
yes, of course, me too. And I'm not a foreigner. I'm a born Italian. Yeah, I don't want this kind of law. But the problem is in the law belongs to 1992. Okay, is old. Is
It has
before
to
the
be
great
amended.
is before the great wave of immigration in this country.
Yeah, it
Then
has
I
to be
just
amended.
and then
Agreed.
no, il problema is not has to be amended. Il problema è che many governments till now they are start to put in some difficult harder to get the citizenship, to get rights, to get something that because they want to discourage immigrants because they don't like immigrants because they take their power in the election selling to the people the story that immigrants are bad, especially the Africans now, because 10 years ago the problem were not Africans, were
The friend
Romanians.
was Romanian.
Yes, so but I think
I
this
know, but okay,
anti-immigration
now
feeling
look at the
has changed.
statistics right now. Look at the whole thing. Before it was Romanian, and a lot of Romanians were working. A lot of them are the ones taking care of old people. A lot of them went to social sanitarian school. That is why they are employed. A lot of them even have patita Eva to have their own
Yes,
home where they take care of people with babysitters. So Romanian proved them wrong then. Romanian
and
entered the system.
but if you watch news every day, they arrest 2 or 3 Romanians.
I know.
Every blessed
I
day,
know,
every
I
blessed
know.
day.
I'm just saying
Show
before the
aspetta,
whole hit was on Romanian until Romania entered European Union. Now the whole hit was in Africa. So the least Africans can do to prove them because Africans are
Romanians
hardworking
are not
people.
even better than Africans. They are
sorry,
not
can I
better than
I'm not saying they
Africans.
are better than Africans. I said the least we can do is also to prove them wrong that we are better. We stop
show
those people that is always making the headline. Our people that are making the headline. This is what I'm
Tessie,
talking about.
Tessie, look this.
Uh,
This is Istat, okay? Istituto di Statistica Nazionale Italiano, no? Look, this is the amount of people from each
Yeah,
country.
I saw it when in my school. I actually saw the statistics in my school a few months
Romania,
ago.
Romania,
Yeah, they are the highest. I saw the statistics in my school a
Albania,
few months ago.
Morocco.
Yeah,
They are still
Africans
Morocco.
are lower. Yes,
No,
Africans is not even up to
the first country, African country, vabbè, Morocco, okay, but
yeah,
Nigeria, let me say sub-Saharan country is Nigeria.
yeah.
Nigeria in 2012 were 60,000. Look now, they 130,000, and many
Mm-hmm.
of them are Italians already. They got their citizenship. These
Yeah.
are only the foreigners ones. So we are talking about Senegal. We
Oh, pardon.
Nigerian overcome Senegal community. So this mean that we are talking about a small group of people that is come dire,
I
riconoscibile
know,
because
everything like Italian was poor. Italian was immigrating out of their country during after the Second World War, right? They were all
yes,
immigrants
before,
before they rebuilt the country. So there is always a step. Nigeria is under crisis today. We are blaming government. We are facing a lot of things today. It's for the change that the children in the future will see. If we don't work
But
hard today, we will not see the change tomorrow. This is the
yeah,
fact. This is the
but
common
when
fact.
we talk about the solution now, what is the solution? What
Solution is to
are we talking?
educate our people around us too. At least learn the basic language. At least enter the system by working and contributing into the system with the little you can, and stop always narrow. This is my stand here. This
lo
is
so,
my
ma
stand.
yes, I know, but nero,
Wait,
stop
I have not
black.
seen people that
It's
are
not
working
easy.
there. Oh. I don't know. I don't
Really?
know
They
about
have,
it.
they
No, no, no.
Really?
there is.
No.
Really? More than 50% of Nigerians living in India are working narrow.
Hey, 50%. Hey, Biakwa. Hey, hey. Jesus
I want
No,
you to know
però,
Christ.
what is happening here.
però adesso, per esempio, me in my area, I meet 2 guys. They just come to my area. After 1 week, they got a job, work contract. They are starting doing well. I meet them. I also take a coffee with one of them. He was surprised I can speak pidgin with him. He was, you are. I was really I appreciated his mindset. He want to do good. So the feedback I had till now, I think that small, little by little, things
By
will start.
we, by words of our mouth, by we Nigerians, we will
But who
Really,
try.
are giving
when
them
there's
the
a
job,
will,
the narrow job? Who are giving
when
them the narrow job? Let me know, please. Is it Italians or
Yes,
Nigerians? I don't
Italians
know.
are not all perfect. Yes, they are the one giving it because they don't pay tax. Okay, but for you to accept, you that is a foreigner to
Thank
accept,
you.
it will not affect the Italians that is giving you the job. But you, as a foreigner living in a country and been working narrow from a criminal in Italy, you are the one that will take the consequences and not the person that don't want to pay tax. You will be the one to take the hit. This is the thing. This is the thing we need to understand.
Il
Because
nero, il lavoro
Italians are
nero in
giving you the
Italia.
job.
Of course, when you are working narrow, you cannot use the, you don't even have booster packer, you don't have food, you cannot do
niente,
anything.
You
niente,
don't have
Yes.
rights,
nothing.
Seth.
Person
You
can do
don't have
nothing.
rights.
No
Even if you die
rights.
in the field of your job, you
No
don't have
rights.
rights. Government don't recognize you. You don't have. You cannot claim anything.
But I think that most of them do those one they work in Nero it's just because they are focused on the money they are making.
Their
But they
money.
don't.
Yes, that is what
They
we are saying. They only want the money. The
but
Money.
majority
They
of them
just they
keep saying,
want
if
the
"I'm
you
here for
money.
money and not to go to
They are
school."
not
this
Money
looking
happened
at
first.
to
the at after
No,
yes
maybe they
effect.
they
collect the
just live
money, they still collect benefits and all that, I
But
think
there
they
so.
was
just live
something.
the
They don't collect
present.
benefit.
Yes,
No
not
benefit.
They
They
just live
collect the
in the
money, collect
present.
benefit
But
from the government. Are people that are not working.
day by day. But for example, if you meet a Nigerian man or Nigerian woman, like let me say 40 years old, something like that, okay, they have already changed their mindset. They
A
understood
lot,
what
which me,
because
I am very
this
happy. I'm so
the,
happy to see a
this
lot that change
the
their
the
mentality.
the older one they know what we are supposed to do. But the problem is that most of Nigerians came now, or the Africans, they are young. They are young. They don't understand. They don't even know what they want to do. They don't even know what kind of life they want to live. They don't even know why they came and what they have to do here in Europe. So this is the problem. Many of them they don't know inside what they want. So you have to know your direction. They don't know.
This
I
is why it's good to
this
go to
is
the
what I
basic school,
noticed.
because when you go to the basic school, they
You
will
can
tell
learn.
you what your right
this
is.
is yes.
They will tell you your right. They teach you your rights. They teach in the school. They teach you at least that basic one. They will teach you your rights. But they refuse to go there. They refuse to learn, to go to learn their rights. This is the thing that is annoying. And they will learn from the streets. When you learn from the street, then you stereotype everything. Maybe you learn from the wrong person. The wrong person will tell you all their bad experience living in Italy. You will put that on your head. Then you stereotype it, you bottle it, and put in your pocket, thinking that that is how life is here. So what I'm saying here is that let's start to help our people, to educate them more about the system and not just running away, not just looking for where they pay you more money. You move from Germany to France, from France to because if we even come to think about it, Denmark is worse than Italy. Have you guys researched about Denmark? Denmark is in European Union. Denmark is hell compared to Italy. Hell, like hell.
It depends. It depends. The weather.
Depends.
It depends.
Really depends. Yes, yes,
It
yes.
depends
It
what you
The
go
depends.
and do.
economy, Denmark economy is stable, but getting a
Istanbul.
citizenship, getting a citizen,
The-
these citizens, their people are
Hmm.
calling, are crying. Getting a citizen in Denmark, even
But
those
you
that married
know,
to Danish.
Denmark is a small country. We can take this as an example. We have to talk about countries like our sides, like Germany,
Put
France,
it back.
Spain. Okay, but the problem is why the car insurance for foreigners in this country is so high. For example, this is something that affects immigrants a lot. They can buy and they maybe they can buy in a car, but they can afford the insurance for the car. I don't understand why the insurance for someone got his driving license is up to over.
Even Italians complain about it. We know even Italians. Me, I'm even
But
thinking
this
they
is
remove
something
that
that affects your
insurance.
life. But this is
It's
some,
too much.
but you know, this is, can be can seem a
I
small
think
thing,
it's
but
based on region.
yes, it's based on region. For example, me, I came from Napoli. Napoli is very high, one of the highest, because people, Italian, especially Italians, used to do come si dice, cheat on the insurance company. So
Yes, yes. They
they
made
raised. So for these Italians, not immigrants, because we are just blaming the lazy ones. Okay, but me, if I start talking about my fellow Italians,
No,
hey, it will
this
not
is
last
why
this
I
live stream.
mentioned in one of my last video about
Hey,
Tessy
Italian
said,
citizens.
here is
I
their
was
country, they can do anything.
Yeah, I was saying that. I was saying I bashed the Italian government when I uploaded my getting my Italian passport. Why will it say cashless? But I
you
have to
told
pay a market of 70 euro by cash. Why would that happen? Why would you do that?
for example, Tessie, you mentioned before the benefits that many immigrants they are taking benefit. Should we talk about all the Italians that are taking benefits for and they are cheating on the government? Hey, many of them. So the problem is not about your country, the country you come from, or something like that.
Exactly, Gaetano, you
So
are right.
it's
are
the
trying to say that
consciousness
we will
you
not
have.
say because the Italians are doing it wrong, then we will have to act like the bad
Act
Italians.
like
No,
Italians.
because when we
Yes,
act like
you're
the
not supposed
bad
to act like
Italians,
Which I
we make
Italians
perfectly
life
because you're
agree.
not
difficult for the
Italians.
good immigrants. The good
Yes,
immigrants are suffering because of what the bad ones
the
are
bad
doing.
ones. Yes.
Yes, and this is what really
Do not
affects
act
me
like Italians because you're not
because
Italians.
I can see in my class, for example, in one of my class, I have many immigrants students from immigrants families. They are all Italians because they got lucky, but they are from immigrants families. No, they are doing well, but they are suffering a lot. So what? Because for example, they have two children. They are paying the house rent. They have a car because you have to go to work. Maybe workplace is far. You need a car, so you have to pay the car insurance. But the car insurance because you are you are a foreigner, you have to pay more than an Italian. So this is something that makes your life harder, and this is
Yeah.
what I don't like. This is the life of many good, well, they are the most. I think they are the most part of immigrants in this country. They are contributing our country, okay, the economy of our country, because I think the contribution of immigration in this country is good, is something is it really makes a good thing for this country, but they are suffering. They can send, for example, a statistic said that most of the children or the students go to the technical institutes in high school. They don't go to liceo classico, liceo scientifico,
Thank you. We
because
need to say something about that because,
This
like in my
literary thing,
commune
why?
right
we need
now,
to maybe that if
we are talking
Because
about
this is
school.
because sometimes because it's so if you don't if nobody or from immigrated families graduated in liceo, for example, it will never be a laureato.
no, it
Thank
You
cannot
will
go
you.
to
never go
That's
to
what
university.
we're
university.
saying. Like I was speaking with responsibly the Senegalese in
This
my
is what
region. We were talking about
yes.
the children
This
getting
is
education,
what
going to university. Because if they
yeah.
complain, oh, our children are doing the hard jobs,
No,
because
the
they have to work in
factory.
factories. I said, of course,
Actually,
if you as a parent don't
we
pave
need
the way for your children to get that university
we say
degree, they will do the
your
hard jobs.
your
Even
community need
Italians who refuse
your
education, they're doing the
community.
hard jobs.
I don't know
Then
why
you, as an
they
immigrant,
need
you want to be a doctor without going to school?
It's not
avvoca-
possible.
avvocato, dottori, ingegneri. Queste non le fanno i ragazzi,
No,
non li fanno
no.
perché le famiglie li mandano subito nelle scuole technical institutes to get
In
a
fact, so
job.
they just send them there,
No, no,
go so
no,
that they can.
Eh,
Gaetano.
tell me,
Gaetano, they are going it. 6,000 Italian youths wrote medical exam this year. This one I know
They
very
are
well.
going now. Right
Yes,
6,000.
now they are going because they are sending
but
them back to that school, Martina.
Martina,
Like
Martina,
they are
you
sending
know
them
how many,
now back to that school. They were not going before.
Martina, you know how many people, I'm really, I'm a nerd about statistics, so I know sempre, I check sempre this thing. You know how many students did write the exam 10 years ago? The same exam to get the medicine university, almost 200,000. Have you seen how many we lost in 10 years? Only 63,000.
200,000, Jesus Christ. Or
So
200. I don't know.
200,000,
Two
200,000.
hundred thousand.
Oh, Jehovah.
So this is what a country 10 years ago looked like. You understand what
Wow.
is, you understand what is going on. So,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I want to I said that because I want to mention this problem that who goes to the parliament, who goes to
Thank you.
the main position of the politics in this country,
Thank
who
you.
goes to un istituto to get to the a job in the factory, or an advocate, a doctor, an engineer, some people like that, graduated like that. The people take the decision. They they run for election. They do politics and this kind of matters. No, this kind of things. They attend school of a high
High
profile,
level. Yeah.
high level. So if someone of your community want to start doing good things
They have
They
to go
must
to
go to
and
school.
make
That
school.
is the
That's what I'm
point.
talking
no,
about.
no,
Go to the system. Enter
I'm
the
talking
system.
about who those one
You
have
people let
children in this
the
country.
son of
But
that beg.
I'm talking about those people have children in this country. They are already well integrated and this and that. Don't send them always to that school because he will get subito soon a job. But
That's what I'm talking about.
making him studying for 5 years, 7 years, send him to university.
That's what
He
I'm
will be a
talking about.
doctor.
Many of them send their children to technical school. And at the
Exactly.
end of the day, they will have to work in factories. And they complain, oh, they're doing the lower job. I said, I asked, there was a woman I know, Senegalese. She was saying that her son said he wants to go back to university, that how can he be doing this factory job? And he's a young boy that is tired of this kind of job. Now this boy wants to go back to university. That's what
Yes,
it should be. Why should they always
because me
position their
understand.
children factory? Factory. You as
But
the mother, father, you're doing factory. Then you put your own children in factory.
Lady King, this is what I'm trying to say. That
Yes.
you can understand someone got for the first time in abroad, and you have to adapt yourself at the situation you find. So, for example, my classmates went abroad. They are graduated. They make they did all the job they found. For example, waiter or waiters, they clean everything, something like that. Low profile jobs, but the second generation, me, I'm talking about the second generation, the children of these people that sacrificed themselves to go abroad. And you have to invest on your children and send them to a
Yes.
good university.
Yes.
Don't just make reach your same level, because you have already
Thank
stepped
you.
forward.
That's what we're talking about.
Okay, sorry.
Because no, she
I
was
talk too
complaining.
much.
I
But
said
yeah,
no,
you
no.
know,
I
it is
said
our
no.
blood to
And
take it
it's
to.
no,
It's
what
in a
made me say is
Nigerian
the
blood to
truth.
send their children to school.
Yes, this is
It's
the
in
reason
the
why.
blood.
This is the
It's
reason
in
why
the blood of
I say
Nigerian parents to send their children to school.
this is
They know
the
we know
reason
they
why I
slack
say
on that side.
in a family you all know that everything you do you have to share for each member of your family. No, for example, a husband, wife, one child. You got another child, two children, another child, three children. So try, calm down, guys, calm down. Don't make too many children, because you have to share everything. You have to share. You have to divide it for three, for four, for five. So two is good. Two is better than one. No, because this is the same problem affect of the people in this country, not all immigrants, even Italians, even me. You are mute. You don't microphone.
Okay. I said, let me say something before we close. Something that I've noticed that is different. I've thought about pension side. Now, about the education aspect. There is this lawyer I talked about before. He's a Senegalese lawyer that works in one of the firm in Milan. His dad entered Italy before him. I've talked about him before in one of my life. I don't know if you guys remember. His dad came in here as an immigrant. He got his documents, everything. He went back to Senegal. He picked all the families and brought them in Italy. So the boy started school. Of course, the primary school and the Scuola Obbligo is free in Italy. Government takes care of that. You just have to buy the book. But after that, if you want to continue, your parents will pay the tax that are involved in the university and the rest of them. So this guy, after when he finished the liceo, the parents didn't want him to go because the father, of course, he wasn't the only child, or he's not the only child, but he was determined to go to school. So his dad asked him to choose either go back to the farm and start farming tomatoes and they look for factory work and start doing. But the boy determined to go to school. The boy left 2 years for after school. He left 2 years to farm work. He saved his own money outside his parents to take him to law school in Italy here with the help of this church and the other communities that helped him. He was good to, that contributed to help him and sponsored him in university. He had help. He was good. This is why he said he's not, differentiating because he's a Muslim between Muslim and Christian. Because majority of people that helped him are Christians in Italy. And that is because he is very good to this community. So they helped him. He respected them. So he had the choice to go to technical school or to go to factory work. But his dream was to be a lawyer. And he sacrificed himself, his time, work, save money to go to that school. And with the help of the people that he respects so much, he succeeded in graduating as one of the best law and working in one of the best firms in Italy here, in Milan here. So what am I saying? If our people don't do this sacrifice, I don't know. Some people say maybe our parents are working in the farm work, maybe they have 4 children, they can't take care of everyone else, all the kids and send them to university. But what are we doing to ourselves? What are the plans we have for ourselves? Look, my husband did not force me back to school. He never forced me. I was the one that forced myself back to school because I want to learn, because I want something different for my life. So what are the examples we are
So
giving?
you're attending a high school now.
Hmm?
So this means that you are attending the high school now.
I'm going to a different school.
So
I'm
you
going to a
got
private
your,
school.
you
I'm
got
going to a
your
private
license.
school that I have 3 years to specialize this stuff.
Okay, it's good. It's good. It's good.
I
It's
have
good
3 years
now.
to
You are
specialize this
investing in
stuff.
yourself. This is what you're doing.
Exactly. And
It will
it's not
take
cheap.
time, but it doesn't matter. It
Yeah,
doesn't
3
matter.
years. I have 3 years to specialize, to have my certificate, to be able to have my own activities going, to
Yes,
open
yes, yes.
activities in Italy. I can decide to stop in 2 years to be an ordinary employee, but I don't want that. I don't want to be an ordinary employee. I want
Only
to
God
be
knows.
exactly. I can become ordinary employee if I don't have choice to go. It's my choice to continue. I might want to stop in the future. I might not want to stop. So what am I saying? Let me go back to this school thing. In my class, I have young Italians. I'm talking about Italians, citizens, born and brought up. It's actually good to go to school with people that are younger than you to know what is happening in educational system. This recent educational system. I have Italian young 18 years, 19 years, 20 years, 25 years. The highest I have is 32 years. The highest that is older than me is 39 years. Italians, I'm the only foreigners in that class. You get to hear their experience. The first week is all about introducing yourself to all the teachers. They talked about their school. They talked about the challenges. Most of them are not able to go to university because their parents cannot afford it. Most of them, their parents can afford it, but they don't want to go. Most of them drop out in the
It
secondary
depends.
superior.
Any case
They
is
have so
different.
many stories. So This whole thing about immigrants not having access to this, Italians are facing worse. This is something you don't, people, a lot of people don't know. So if we want to talk about only the citizenship in Italy, let's focus on that and know that that is bad and it's bad. But when we talk about money, feeding, employee, and the rest of the bills, Italians are actually suffering. These kids I'm talking about, they're not kids, they are young adults. I'm talking about. They are the one paying for their school. That is a private school. These kids work in the morning till afternoon. Some of them leave the bar. They are working as a bartender, leave the bar directly to school. The only time they get home is when the school close. They will now from the school go back home. The following morning they wake up. One said that she went to social sanitarian school, but the law changes that you cannot become a professional social worker. Of course, the 1 year course or 2 years course matters. You cannot become like a nurse if you did not go to university. You have to go to university to become a professional social sanitarian. So after 1 year, she dropped out because she said the parents didn't have money to take her to university. I'm talking about Italians. Now she's working to sustain herself in this school. A lot of them are working. I still have a lot of graduates that went to Liceo Linguistico. So that one went to Toristico. A lot of them went to different schools. A lot of them graduated. I have one that lived 4 years in the UK, this UK that we're all talking about. She graduated as a translator in Italy. She went to UK, lived 4 years as a translator. She came back. She said she's not going to stay there again. She came back and learned something else. And finally, she is in my school right now because she won the basics. So what I'm saying is that Italians, their kids are actually paying their own bills to go to school. Government does not pay for you if you're more than 17 years old. If you're more than
nothing is for free. It doesn't
nothing.
matter your nationality. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
Everything you have to suffer to gain it.
I'm telling you, these young adults are the one, they
You're
work with the
right.
money, they come to school in the evening. They pay their own fees by
I
themselves.
know, for
They're
example,
making this sacrifice.
my parents has worked all day life to make me and my
Then
siblings
we'll come and see
what the
we
graduated.
foreigners don't want to do the sacrifice. Even if your parents don't have the money, why can't you do the
They don't want the
sacrifice to get
sacrifice.
to
You
your
just the
dream?
bonus is the main important thing.
Why do you
They
choose
don't want the
factory work, the
sacrifice, the
easy work that
benefits.
you know that you don't like it? Know that you know something else that you can do, but you just have to work to get to that point. Because I have seen, I'm talking out of experience. So at the end of the day, let's blame Italian government because of the citizenship. Let's focus on that. But other things that we don't know, you get to enter into Italians, the young, the old, the everything to know what is going on into the system and not
For me,
only the
like I
things we
said,
read on the internet.
yeah, the citizenship is okay,
This
but
young
after getting
adult,
the
18
citizenship,
years,
what's the
18
next thing?
years, because government can't pay for her. 18 years. She go to work in the morning. She close by 4:30. She enter mezzo, public transport, train. She come to school. She stay in the school until school close. She go back home. That is what almost all of them does. She go back home. In the morning, she wear the same clothes that she left the house in the morning, come back to school, rounding up all over
But
and all over again.
sometimes there are different situations in even in Italian family. For example,
Martina, school is not free in Italy. I don't know why you keep saying that. Not all schools are free in Italy. Not all schools are free.
school is free in Italy. School is
But there are
free.
things you pay.
There are
No,
things
it's
you pay.
free.
For example, you pay for
Maybe
the books.
regions, some
You pay,
regions actually differ also in
Private
education
schools are
system.
not free.
I know private are private.
Private or
So
private, it's not free, so you are
they are
paying.
private. They're private. But school is guaranteed to all of Italian youth, and not all Italian youth, even the foreigners, children, and students. So I think you gotta go. You have to go. Huh? Somebody is knocking on the door.
No, it's Christina. It's
It's
Christina.
Christine.
So the whole thing, in conclusion of everything is that let's always stop blaming and blaming. I know the citizenship thing hurts everybody. Everybody, it hurts. But there is a lot of situation where black people, we complain and complain bitterly, this, that in the system. Let's look beyond what we see on the internet and go into the city. Like they said, even the preaching of the word of God, you don't have to sit down in you have to go into the city, into the town. You have to go, do research, survey, interview some people to know what is going on. Our people, we need to do more. We need to do more. Don't get a document to run out. Don't get a document to run out of another country because of money. Everything is not about money.
Jesus, almost 3 hours.
I'm telling you.
But
Everything is
man,
not.
I would say goodbye. Next to the next time. See you next time.
Let's see next time. I
Sorry if
don't
I
know if
talk
it's
too
next
much.
Sunday or maybe end of the month. Next last Sunday of the month. I don't
Okay.
know. But you guys should help me with a content, okay? Help me with content that will come here to talk about. Maybe next time we talk about school, Lisheyo and the rest of them, okay? How the whole school system works. So we have to do better as we help one another. The only help we can give to our own people is to advise them to, try and get themselves to school, because it's really, really important for us to push the government. Because if we notice, the old people are still leading Italian government. The old people are still into Italian parliament. It's the old ones, those old mentalities are majority that are still there. The young people are still trying to force themselves in there, but majority are old with the same old mentalities. So this is something we should also consider, because young Italians are actually advocating for immigrant rights in Italy. I have seen a lot of that happen. So, Christina, so let's I know Opalato Tropo, forgive me. No, it's okay, Gatano, it's okay. Even me, it's okay. Close that door for me, okay? So I know, let's we'll help one another, and we stop blaming and let's try to do something about it. Advise one another, be one another's keeper. Tell them the importance of going to school. I actually have one right now in my city that I'm actually pushing by all means. Like, there is nothing I'm not saying about going to school. She's an immigrant, so anytime I see her, I always, have you registered? Have you registered? I tell her, like, I will spend 30 minutes after dropping my child in the school preaching to her like a gospel that she has to go to that. So because she don't understand the time, but she live here, I keep preaching to her. I say it's not about having a job right now, but it's about you. It's about you yourself. So I keep preaching. Anyone that come across me, I always preach to them about integrating in this country, because this is the only way that our people can stand out. If we refuse, I don't know what will happen. If we refuse to talk to one another, some don't want to accept it. Some don't want to accept it, but we will only do our part by keep pushing, keep telling them, because for me, this is the only way. Gospel love, going to school. Love Francis, let me small gospel of going to school, because this is the only way now. You learn the language. I know it's hard. Language is not easy. It's hard. I mean, myself, I'm still learning, because I cannot talk to you guys with Italian. My Italian is quack. But it's important you understand. You can fill a form. You can read. You can even write it, even if you make mistake. So it's really, really important. Let's keep hoping and preaching, and not, blaming everything on the government, my brothers and sisters. This is the thing. Of course, some laws are not favorable, but we'll get there. Trust me, even our own country is not is not yet balanced. But you see, people that are back home and abroad, they are still working hard for our country, especially Nigerians. I'm a Nigerian, so they're still working hard to make Nigeria a better place, which is really, really difficult, but they never give up. When you are in a country, you don't give up. You just have to work. You have to keep working. You have to keep fighting to make that country a better place, for us to clean out those people that is painting us with red oil in the face, painting our name, the country name. For us to wipe them out, we have to work to enter the system, for us to be able, for them to be able to see us, the real ones that are actually working and contributing to the system. We have to keep going. We don't have to give up, no matter the law, no matter everything, because this is where we are. We have to keep working hard, putting our country name, because at the end of the day, you cannot tell them that you're a Ghanaian. Ghanaian cannot say he's in Nigeria. Nigeria cannot say he's from Senegal. Senegal cannot say he's from Nigeria. And Senegals are actually doing very well in this country. Go look at the survey. Nigerians are also doing well, but let's do more, okay? By helping one another. So, guys, my Instagram is open for content ideas. Please, I just don't want here for us to just talk about our days and nights, and we just want to come here to talk about things that will impact others, things that people will learn from. Okay, so we know that the hours we spend here is not in vain. At least if those stubborn ones, when they come across the video, they will know. When maybe at first few seconds, they will say, no, this is trash. But when they keep going, they will, that thing, that it will start breaking those their stubbornness. If we keep going, we just have to try our best, Christina. So thank you, Tessy. Great, great. Like, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you so much. So, guys, I have to go now. Send me email, DM me about any content you want to talk about. Okay, we'll pick it up from there. We just have to talk about it. We don't have to keep quiet. We have to talk about it and eventually form a community here in Italy, just like other countries. For instance, Senegal and other countries that has a stable community where they help each other with work. I'm not talking about the olden days community that don't help each other. I'm talking about a solid community, especially in Nigeria, because I think Nigeria is the only community that don't help each other when it comes to work. So at the end of the day, who knows? We might form a solid, community that will be there for each other, that will advocate for each other, that will fight for each other. So I thank you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you that joined this live. God will bless you guys. Bless you in a great life. Ciao Tessy, un braccio a Cristina Cosimo. Grazie Gaetano, un braccio anche a Valentina. Lady King, love. Thank you so much. Janet, thank you so much. Thank you every one of you that joined this live today. Please, let's keep the content that will impact our people's life, especially here in Italy, coming, okay? Let's keep it coming. Let's talk about it. Let's not, close our eyes from it. Please, let's keep this alive. All right. I never know that a lot of you like this content, this live, until I stop for a few months. So I'm happy to be back. If I can come up every Sunday, if I have, depends on how I have content. That will depend on how many Sunday I come up here every month. If the content coming every day, like the topic coming almost every week, I will be here. I will make out time to be, to talk about it. So, love you guys, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye. Ciao. Peace out.